Hey everybody, it's PartyElite. Welcome you back to our Disco Elysium live streamed Let's Play, where Mr. Evrart is helping me find my gun. What an absolutely, surreal moment in that previous episode. That just completely threw me for a loop, and that's gonna stick for a while. Very excited for today's episode. We are at the beginning of a new day, pretty much. There is a lot to get done, starting with the field autopsy. Finally, eventually, later in hopefully today's stream, but we'll see. We'll hopefully end up with a fresh new pair of boots, and a mysterious individual to speak to, the smoker on the balcony. But we'll see what the field autopsy actually unveils and where it takes us next. There is a lot to do. We'll be looking at our task list right off the bat when we actually hit continue. But before we do that, just want to give a warm welcome to everybody joining in on this beautiful Friday morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is at your location. Hopefully it's beautiful as well. So a thank you for joining in. We got Jazzy B, we got Caston Haggard, we got 6X Lord, Jimmy the Skip, Abdullah Washu, we have with us Ren, Call Me Cheeseman, Seamus SS, John Ludlow, Classified, The Grimner, how's it going? We got Maxime Patterson, Dudoc22. How goes? All having a good day. I hope. Call Me Cheeseman. I see you, buddy. No need to keep saying hi. Yeah, I see Mr. Gunn is helping me find my Evrart. The way he treats us sometimes, Mr. Gunn will help us find Evrart eventually if he keeps trying to use us the way he does. Call Me Cheeseman. No need to keep saying hi, buddy. Last heads up. I will time you out. I have zero patience for spam. Well, that's not true. I have an iota of patience for spam. Otherwise, I'd timed you out already. Tobes, how's it going, buddy? How's it going? And of course, a warm welcome to everybody watching the VOD and those of you watching not at chat but away from chat as well. Just wanted to say thank you for joining in. And without any time to waste, let's hit that continue button and dive on in. We're at a very interesting point, I think, of the game where we have been kind of I don't want to say held back, because we've been holding off really on this field autopsy, and not doing this field autopsy has kind of given us this tipping point that we had to get over to, I think, see a lot of stuff maybe. So I'm very curious to see. This little shit show, this guy kicking us off, right? Very curious to see what this actually triggers eventually, or immediately, hopefully. Let's take a look at our task list though very quickly, because I'll be straight up with you, I need a bit of a refresher as far as what's been going on and what needs to be going on. Village Idiot, how's it going, buddy? Good afternoon. Having a good Friday. I hope you all had a great week behind you, and I hope you have some exciting weekends ahead of you. I cannot believe it is already September. Blowing my mind how quickly this year has been going by. Folks, I am exactly a month, 7 hours, and 24-ish minutes away from getting married. I'm very excited. We used to, as kids, my brother and I would always make a big deal about countdowns, because we used to move around a lot of the time. And so every time we'd leave a home or a country to go to a different one, we'd always be like, oh man, this is the last time we're doing this. Oh man, just a month until this, just a week until that. And that's definitely something that stuck with me. And a month is it's a bit of a marker. It is exactly a month, and give or take 7 hours until I get married. So very strange year it's been. It's been a crazy one. It's been going by so quickly. I can't believe it's September. I can't believe all the Halloween advertising has begun already. It's wild, but I'm glad to have had the channel kind of return to a relatively normal state lately. And actually, with us, starting a new month, it's always an interesting time for reflection as well. But it's been nice having the last handful of months with streaming and videos coming back in full force. Next month is going to be a little funky. With the wedding itself, and I've got family flying in and stuff like that, so it's gonna be a little funky. But hopefully we'll maintain the schedule well enough through to the end of the year, and then we'll see what 2023 holds. It's almost 2023. Blows my mind, man. I can't believe it's already September. Anyway, I always get when August ends and September comes through, I always start to go holy crap, where did the year go, right? 6X Lord Bramble hopefully got you enough time to grab that coffee and food. Oh, right. Oh, yeah. Don't start this session with coffee and food on hand. Yes, no, for sure, because apparently it's going to get pretty graphic right off the bat as we do the field autopsy. So, yeah. Maybe put your food aside, get your drinks aside, empty your, empty your stomachs before we get to the next section. As far as I've been warned, it gets pretty graphic. Classified coming through with a super chat right off the bat, singing "It's the final countdown." It is, baby. It really is. It's kind of wild. Thank you so very much, buddy. Appreciate it a lot. You've heard me say it countless times. The super chats and stuff really help tremendously. Of course, you've been a member for so long as well, and it just makes such a big difference. I appreciate the support so very much, and yeah, it really is. It's the final countdown. It's kind of wild. We've been waiting for so long for this. We've been dating since 2007, so it's kind of wild. It is kind of wild. Seamus, thank you very much, buddy. I also insanely love that you know pretty exactly how long it is till the vote. Yeah, pretty much. All the moving parts are pretty much in in perfect place. There are a few things that still need doing, some things that still need designing and printing, and last couple meetings with our photographers. There's still some of that stuff, but as far as the ceremony and the timeline and stuff, everything is now kind of locked in place. Exciting times indeed, Toves. Exciting times indeed. Murtaza says, "Hey bro, I commented on your previous video. Did you see it about my..." Yes, I did. I didn't get a chance to reply just quite yet, but since you're here now, I am planning on going back to Bannerlord. It is getting its release next month, right? In October, close to the end of October, I believe. So maybe we'll kick off a series closer to then and revisit it for some updated guides and stuff that actually reflect the state of the game during release, right? I don't think there's enough stuff to push the autopsy that far back. Maxime, you mean in terms of trying to get a meal done first? I guess so. Christmas sweets have started showing up. 6X Lord, where do you live? This is way too early for Christmas stuff to start happening. That is way too early for Christmas stuff to start happening, man. Hot damn. Maxime, I hope you get a really big room to fit all the chat at the wedding. For real, eh? I mean, it's a good space. We're keeping it. It's a small, pretty relatively intimate wedding. I would say it's 45 guests or so. Not doing anything too big. Keeping it small. All right, we're in the last third of the year. Yeah, we are, Ren. We are. It's madness. Yes, Halloween first, and then the States has the benefit of Thanksgiving in November. In Canada, we do Thanksgiving in October, so we don't have that to delay Christmas decorations into past November, sadly. But in the States, they have Thanksgiving in November, so that's a bit of a buffer, right? Because they do all their Black Friday marketing stuff in November, and then it's the day after Thanksgiving, I think they start doing Christmas stuff, the decorations go up. In Canada, the day after October, the day after Halloween, they literally change decorations that night. Miss Elite used to work at a toy store, through university and stuff like that, and it would literally be okay, today's Halloween. If you're working the Halloween shift, the moment the store closes, it's an extra long shift, so all the decoration can be flipped from Halloween to Christmas decorations. At least that's how I remember it. I should probably ask her before I say things like that out loud. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Buying time for people to come through, I suppose. Exactly, Village Idiot. Exactly. Your wisdom belies your username. In the UK, the mental tradition of the Guy Fawkes night. Oh yes, of course. Any excuse to burn stuff. Hey, I mean, a bonfire sounds like a good time. But let's deal with a whole city on fire and my mind on fire too. Last session we learned so much about the Pale, and I've not been able to. I'm so amazed and intrigued by everything we learned last session, and I'm very excited to see what else they do in this world. Not just because I've been enjoying this game in general, but also because of what we learned last session about the Pale, and I've still been processing it, to be perfectly honest with you. I'm still processing it. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this. So getting the Hangman's boots, we're going to do that after the field autopsy, after Kim goes away, sing karaoke. I mean, I'm hoping we find this tape across the river. I assume we're going to be going south across the river when the bridge gets repaired, so hopefully we'll find a tape there, because I haven't found one yet. The Whirling Secret Passages, right, that weird blue door that we haven't been able to get into the back of, nor have we found another way to get into that same space to exit. The Pale holds water. Goddamn. The Pale lore is fantastic, though. It absolutely is. Let's see. So yeah. So this is who made the call, reporting the crime. Keep searching. Yeah, this might take some time. Anytime I see this might take some time, that tells me it's going to take a couple days before we get there, right? The victim's tattoos. I don't know who else to ask just quite yet. Maybe the smoker on the balcony, perhaps. Who put the clothes in the trash? Might take a while. Okay, fair enough. So we'll wait a couple of days. I'm still amazed that I couldn't ask Gart a follow-up. I would say that's the first time I felt, let's call it like de-immersed from the game. Obviously, CRPGs have their limitations as far as, you know, what you can code in and what you can plan for as far as player behavior is concerned. But I would think that once we discovered who might have been in the trash, there could have been at least a short interaction with Gart. It's okay that there isn't. It's not like the end of the world. I'm not like, oh, you know, 1 star on Yelp, but it surprised me that we couldn't talk to Gart about the person basically living, well, his neighbor basically living right behind him, right? Badge, God knows where that is. Mr. Evrata is not helping us find our badge. Find smokes and smoke him. No luck yet. Where's the rest of the armor? Kuno. We got to figure Kuno out before we can do this. There's the pissing competition, and we need to call Alice back in a day. This was, when did we call them? We called them this morning, didn't we? And now we have to call them tomorrow again, because we got this assigned. I wish when the tasks updated, it would actually shift you to the day, or it would list over here when it got updated. But then again, that's just streamer brain talking, because I'm playing once a week. Normal people would be playing, you know, 6 hours a day every day for a week straight, right? And that wouldn't be a problem for them. But I do believe we have to call Alice not today, which is Wednesday, but tomorrow, which would be Thursday, because I think that's the first thing we did. We stepped out of the whirling rags, we called, and then we headed up over here to deal with the body. Find Speed and sniff it. Again, we'll get it when we get it, I suppose. Smoke on the balcony, yes, sometime after 9 p.m. Again, this is an example of like, yeah, like this could have been worded a bit better. Not the end of the world. We tried yesterday, but it means after 9 p.m. tomorrow. So we'll come in today, Wednesday, today. Find Merle the cryptozoologist. He's across the river, I believe, right? The broken water lock. Once we get there, we'll figure it out. Field autopsy is about to happen. Find the traffic hooligan. Right, find the vehicle the Joyrider used in their escapades. This is the guy that jumped the canal. Yeah. And that I'm assuming that's across the water as well. Get the 2 signatures for Everard. Not interested in actually doing that. We might forge them instead, somewhere private, and after the water lock has been repaired, so that we can actually pretend to have gone where we needed to go to get the signatures, right? I'm really curious about when we should confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. It's like, is it going to shut things down for us down the line? Do we want to prove our authority to them first and then confront them about the drug trade? I'm not 100% sure, but we'll see. Okay, fair enough. So nothing too wild over here. I remember pretty much all of the assignments. It is starting to get harder and harder to keep them all in mind between sessions, because they're starting to balloon up a little bit, which I love, by the way. I love. Second Rook, is there such a thing as winning when you're looking like this, living like this, and dealing with this? How's it going, buddy? I'm glad you can make it today. How have things been? Been a minute. Glad you come through. John Lalo. Anyway, as we start the autopsy, who likes kills? Oh man, I was gonna answer that question in earnest. I love Calzone, but wait, hang on a second. God. Let's on that note, let's start the autopsy though, right? Let's do it. And we
lies on his side with his eyes looking straight through you. His body is supine and open to intrusion by autopsy.
I mean, that just opens you up to like intrusion by autopsy. It just really preps you, doesn't it? I'm gonna have a quick sip of water before the autopsy, because God knows how I'm gonna feel after. Y'all have it's really been built up, so I'm prepared for some really nasty, like descriptive stuff. Maybe I'm expecting too much, but I'm prepared for the worst. Volume's too low? Oh, thanks for the heads up. Yeah, I lowered it for the menu and then forgot to raise it. Of course, my apologies. Hopefully that's a lot better now. You won't know until I play the voice. Give me 1 second here. All right. Oh, John, supermarkets where? Is that, whereabouts are you again? Supermarkets here do that on Halloween afternoon. I assume that's changing into Christmas stuff. Maxime says, I've seen Christmas stuff showing up near the end of October, even before Halloween. That's more and more lately. I've started seeing that, and that is sacrilege. maybe a little too on the nose to use the word sacrilege for something like that. But no, for real, it's like, come on, at least wait until the end of October. Really, it shouldn't be until the end of November. I have opinions about when Christmas decorations should go up. I'm all for people. Okay, just to be clear, I'm not like one of those. I'm not like an anti-Christmas person or anything like that. Not at all. But I don't like it. I don't like anything anything super commercialized being celebrated, i.e., sold to you way too ahead of time. Yeah, not the biggest fan, and that ahead of time is becoming more and more ahead of time. But just to be clear, I'm not like anti-Christmas or anything. I know that is a thing. I know a lot of people are, and I might have sounded like that for a second there when I was talking about Christmas decorations going up so early. But yeah. Anyway, let's. Am I procrastinating this autopsy? Let's do it.
The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
It does buy us some time, doesn't it? And exactly, 6X Lord, exactly. Esteban, how's it going, buddy? I'm glad you can make it today as 6X Lord yells parties war on Christmas. Can you imagine? Find him done with Christmas way before the 25th. Yeah, see, the thing is, John, we in this house, we keep it pretty like under control, I guess. The lights go up for Diwali, which is usually like somewhere end October, early November. And so the lights stay up, but they're different lights. But those same lights stay up through until Christmas, and then about a week. So my birthday is on the 4th of December, and like the rule, basically that we've made together, both of us, is that Christmas decorations specifically don't go up until after my birthday, either the weekend right after or the weekend after, just so that December isn't all about Christmas. Some time to celebrate other things as well. But yeah, that's how it goes in this house. Of course, the rest of the city starts putting decorations up, like I said, like after Halloween, the day after, the night of. The Grimner, my one set in stone Christmas tradition is trying to avoid hearing Wham's Last Christmas. Yo, for us, it's the Mariah Carey song. Oh my goodness. I love the irony, by the way, that we're all talking about like, oh man, like most of us, I don't want to speak for anybody who has a different opinion, but we're all talking about like how, Christmas decorations and conversations start too early. Meanwhile, it's the 2nd of September and we're literally talking about Christmas for like 7 minutes straight. The irony is palpable. All right, let's begin with an external examination, I think, or perhaps even a description of the injuries. A description of the injuries, I think, sounds good, and then we'll actually start touching the body and poking it and nudging it around, right? Exactly, Seamus. None in this house, at the very least. Exactly, Seamus. I want to be clear. We both came to that conclusion together. It was not a unilateral decision. I'm not authoritarian like that or anything. But yes, let's do this. Okay, here we go. Steel your stomachs, folks, I guess.
I'm afraid we can't continue before we've gone through both the external and internal examination first.
I see. Sorry, right? Because we're filling out the ledger or whatever, right? The description. So I guess we have to do it in order. Weird, interesting. I would imagine. Oh, I guess you take. Okay, I guess description of injuries isn't like a nominal or surface level description of injuries. It is a full-on, in-depth, like, okay, here is what happened both outside and inside the body. So, external examination summary, please.
Clothes. The deceased wears armored boots and white briefs. The make of the briefs is Babrodine, I think. Let's see.
He turns the body onto its side to check the underwear label. Words failing me right now. Are those white briefs still white? So far, not as graphic as I expected.
See, it's happening.
Oh, Kuno, don't get involved. Get out of here, buddy.
Babrodine, yes. Inexpensive. Size M. Color white.
The disappointment is palpable. The red-haired thing was expecting something more lurid.
Oh my god, am I Kuno S? Because I was expecting... Oh god, no, did I just... Oh no. We'll write it down.
The boots are ceramic, vitreous enamel. They are fused to his skin from blood flowing downward post-mortem. Removal of the boots is left for processing.
Yeah. Oh no! Oh, well that's interesting. That's really interesting. So... Oh man, I kind of wish I had a separate save just to see how this would branch our paths. I mean, I can always look it up afterwards, I guess. But he has now written it down. No, I'm sure. No, Josh. I'm sure I can still get the boots. But now it's like officially on record that the boots were on the body before they went to processing. You know what I mean? So I just think that's interesting. It's like, wait, hold on. What if I'd taken the boots off? What would he write? It would change And how would that result the rest of the case? Would it? I don't know. But it's just interesting to me. I always like seeing where the paths branch. I am writing, yes. I don't think it'll let me. Oh, actually, we'll see. Maybe it'll let me change what it says.
It would be clever of you to omit the boots altogether, sire. If you are to keep them for yourself, as you ought to, you have deserved them more than anyone else.
I love this game. I love this game. Oh yeah, for sure, Maxime, but I guess it's the difference of like Kim having seen them and there being a paper trail. The power of the paper trail is real. Oh man. Hey, Halthor, how's it going, buddy? It has been the longest time. I'm so glad you can make it today, bud. How's life been? It's been, oh man, it's been months, hasn't it? And yes, we are, and apparently doing an insemination. Oh Jesus! I just noticed the, apparently it gets pretty graphic, eh? But I'm glad you can make it, bud. I'm glad you can make it. It's been so long. The game has got me. It reads minds. It knows it. Oh jeez, it does such a good job as well with the pacing. Let me just ask, when am I gonna get them?
Patience. After the autopsy, before the body is taken away, there will be a window of opportunity. After the lieutenant has gone to sleep. I hope this has helped you, my liege.
It has indeed. Now I'm curious if I like write it down what happens versus if I omit the boots what happens. Anyway, branching paths conversation can be saved for later. We will omit the boots.
The boot has a serial number. It's E50.100.100. The lines between the plates are in the shape of the alphanumerical. The number is purposefully concealed by the design.
Why would I write that down? I'm omitting the boots. So that's kind of, that doesn't track.
Tattoos.
He stands up, feet planted on either side of the body.
The upper torso is covered in a single, continuous tattoo, resembling a national pattern. It reaches from the right shoulder to the heart. The ink is blue and white.
Murtaza, what question? I must have missed it. Character for what? For Bannerlord? I mean, I said I'm not going to do another episode until like, or another series until like October. It's a little early to talk about character names and stuff, I think. Didn't mean to ignore you there, buddy. I just didn't catch the message earlier as I was looking at chat. Outdoor schedule's been weird. Gotcha. Fell out of YouTube group for a while. That's fair. I mean, hey man, happy to have you here. I'm glad when the feeling to go back on YouTube comes through, you decide to pop on by over here. Appreciate it greatly. But hopefully your schedule normalizes, but hopefully things return to a baseline state that you can work off of and it's consistent. Oh, dude, like true. I'm writing it down. Right. Air quotes. Yes. Of course. And Swoosh Kid, how's it going, buddy? Having a good Friday, I hope. All right, we know a bit more about these tattoos. Hopefully we go into a bit more detail. We actually did some research into them, so.
The assistant has a color photograph of the markings to be added to the case files as document A1. The photo is taken on the scene using a Trigat Mini.
Right, that makes a lot more sense. We literally have a photograph. I don't want to attach shit yet, though. We'll write it down. No option, really. Really fast at taking dictation, I suppose.
The deceased has a belt for airlifting cargo around his neck, tied with a hangman's knot. Color, yellow. Length, 3 meters. There is a buckle on the other end.
Write it down.
Well-nourished, athletically built, measuring 1.8 meters. Generally consistent with age 42. Preservation is good. Ambient temperature, below freezing.
Alright, write it down.
Body hair is light brown. Distribution is consistent with the age. The deceased had male pattern baldness. Hair is combed back, short.
Touch the corpse's hair before moving on. I mean, that might trigger our conversation, so to speak, with the corpse, right? So sure, touch the corpse's hair before moving on.
The hair under your latex fingers feels cold to touch. Wet.
Stroke his hair or stroke his hair gently? Well, if I'm going to coerce information out of him, I suppose we could do it gently.
The stench is suffocating. Strands of dark brown hair start sticking to the latex of the glove, like thread off a ragdoll's head.
6x, so I got 7 years to grow 15 centimeters. Yeah. Don't think that's exactly what they meant. And yeah, I feel like maybe I shouldn't have. Wait, hold on, Dudak. Hold on, wait. No, Jazzy B, no, stop. That's not what I meant by stroking his hair gently. I did not. That is. Yeah, maybe I should have thought that through. Oops. I meant to, like, you know, not, like, scalp him by mistake.
There must be brilliantine in there. He's combed his hair back with oil.
Keep petting him? Tempting, isn't it? But, no, I think that's enough to turn me away. Not very superstar to have, like, other people's dead men's hair attached to the latex of your glove. We'll write it down. We'll add the brilliantine in there because, yeah, we're detectives too. We can detect stuff. Thomas, how's it going, buddy? Good morning, good morning. Pet the corpse to it, says Maxime. I suppose it is a bit more, mixing up my Crusader Kings character with this guy. No, I think we'll write it down. We'll add the brilliantine. I don't want to actually cause damage to the body. I don't know what's going to happen to it.
Lividity is consistent with hanging. The head is congested. Contusions are present on the head, chest, and thighs. Consistent with stones thrown post-mortem. Low velocity.
Jesus. Friggin' Kuno, man. Goddamn. Kuno S as well, probably. Keep petting him. He needs some love. Maybe I should have done it. Health, ironically enough, I've been working more with my parents lately. Oh, interesting. So I was in a morgue earlier today talking about... Oh, geez, yeah. Seriously taking your work home with you, eh? Oh, man, working at a morgue. Seen too many horror movies and horror stories set in morgues when I was a child. I don't think I could ever.
Fucking low velocity? You think Kuno doesn't know what you're talking about? Velocity was fucking mad.
I love that he's so offended by that. Oh my god. I'm so glad we can shit talk Kuno in, like, official paperwork. Yeah, it's going on your permanent record, kid. How do you like that?
Talking shit about Kuno's velocity.
Damn right. Game's so goddamn good.
In addition, there are bite marks on the face, scalp, and chest. Consistent with predation.
Oh Jesus! Write down, but meant for high velocity. No, why would I give Kuno anything? Why would I give Kuno absolutely anything in this life? Jesus, oh my God, that's why Kuno's the way he is, because everybody who interacts with him feels that way. Oh my God. And you know what? I'm gonna be part of the problem. Write it down.
You get your mark.
PartyElite says Kuno far too much, except he can't do the accent. Yeah, no, not at all. So happy for being able to bully a kid. Listen, in a past life, that kid gave me a heart attack and I died. Sure, it was when I was trying to punch him, but listen, that's besides the point. Although that's a good point. At least the clients never complain. That's a good point. Jazzy B, I worry that that's an actual option in the game. Let's see, ligature mark. The lieutenant produces a small folding knife. With the other hand pulling on the belt, he starts cutting into the polyester. The stench is horrid. After a while, it's obvious the material cannot be cut. That's why we tried to shoot it.
The steel wiring. There's too much of it. We need to remove the belt so we can get to the ligature mark.
You got just the right tool for that. The chain cutters.
Good thing we got these chain cutters. Pull out the rubber grip cutters, or, oh yeah, I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters. Not sure what the difference is, but I feel like petting is definitely the theme of the day so far. So we'll go with that. Oh yeah, I'm prepared. Pet the chain cutters.
The hanged man lets out a joyous little bubble of rot from his nose.
I guess we didn't say that. That was me thinking it. So, good thing we got these chain cutters. We'll actually pull out the rubber grip cutters now.
Always good to think ahead. Now...
He points to the rope squeezing the dead man's neck. Oh no. Time to accidentally decapitate the corpse. It's on us, isn't it? Gaming Boy, how's it going, buddy? Glad you could join in. I hope you enjoy watching the live streams as much as you enjoy watching the VODs and stuff. Glad you could come through, though. Push him in the river. That's the biggest act of kindness Kuno deserves. Oh, Kuno. Oh, my God. Ren, I thought you were talking about the body at first. Push the body in the river. Nope. Nope, Kuno. It's true, though. It's true, though. Send him downriver. Make him somebody else's problem. God.
We need to cut the belt to see the ligature mark below. Carefully. With as much precision as you can.
Well, I'm glad the gloves we're wearing are the ones that give us the extra, like, dexterity, whatever the game calls it. I forget the name right now. Do we have any skill points? We don't. Not hand-eye coordination. Interfacing at 4. That's not too bad. That's not terrible. That's not terrible.
See, my pig is gonna fuck his head off.
Yo.
No, he ain't. Your pig's a boring fuck.
Medium difficulty, eh? Yes, I'm Kuno's pig, I agree. I'm not your pig, Kuno, or let's look for a good spot to cut. I am not going to allow Kuno or Kuno-S to distract me and worsen the chances here. I know how this stuff works. I know that if I was a GM, yes, we're not going to do that. We're going to look for a good spot to cut.
The belt is equally tight around the whole circumference of his neck, swelling over the edges like white bread rising from the east.
Very choice words. Very descriptive. As somebody who has made bread at home, this, I don't know if I like this. We did AK Laser. Technically, we quick saved before right at the end of the last session, so we have a quick save. Hopefully, we don't have to resort to that. I try not to. Here comes the butcher, indeed, dude. Okay, let's see.
The knot is the weak spot. The chain cutters fit in there, steady now, like a flower arranger. 2 cuts and it should come loose.
Well, that's really cool. So +3 interfacing gave instructions. Does that mean because of our interfacing? Yeah, I guess there was the oh, awesome. There was like a hidden roll that happened, right? And we just succeeded. Wow, we just succeeded. And that gives us +3. Awesome. I feel a lot better about this, but 17% chance to fail is still very high. Cut the belt off.
After some deliberation, you sink the cutters into the knot tying the belt together. You squeeze the rubber handles together, sweat forming on your brow.
Press down.
Snap. The knot is slashed. Another cut and the belt falls apart like a flower bouquet, revealing the dead man's neck and the dark red ligature mark around it.
That feels good. I feel actually quite good about getting that +3. Having our interfacing that we were just talking about actually work out. It's just so well crafted. I'm confused. I know ligature to mean one thing because of my career background, I guess. A ligature is when 2 letters that are very close to each other in a specific formation are combined. Is a ligature in typography. Like if you have 2 T's next to each other, some fonts will make the cross of the T go across both T's at the same time. Or sometimes if you have a T and an I, lowercase I, next to each other, you'll have you won't have the dot on top of the I, which is called a tittle, if memory serves me correctly. You wouldn't have that. You'd instead just have the bar of the T cross over and act like the dot over the I. So that's what I know a ligature to be. Clearly it's something else as well, and if somebody knows better than me, please inform me / educate me, because I wasn't sure. I'm like, what's a ligature mark? Is there like a brand on him or something that we're looking for? But I'm assuming it's like marking left by scars or something, I guess. It just means like a noose. Oh, interesting. Ligature, the noose mark around it. The etymology of ligature is tying things together. Okay, in this case, the marks from the rope, which explains tying letters together for typography. Love that stuff. Severe bruising from the noose, something that binds. Ligature in this case, it's the strangling mark. Right. Interesting. Thank you very much. Yeah, I saw that a couple times. I'm like, they're not talking about typography. This is not a graphic design conversation. All right, onwards and, not upwards, I guess, downwards. Downwards it is.
The rope rises to a point, leaving a gap in the ligature mark. The suspension point is in the back of the neck.
The lieutenant has kneeled closer, running his finger along the dark red groove until there's a gap.
Hemorrhaging is observed on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. The mark is well pronounced, consistent with a drop from 1 or 1.5 meters.
Jesus.
Chest is intact, normal contour. Abdomen is protuberant, pelvis intact. Genitalia.
He pulls down the man's underpants.
No! Let's get out and see!
Fucking knew it.
I fucking knew it!
Oh no, I am Kuno-S. God damn it.
Genitalia is male and unremarkable. No evidence of injury.
I mean, when given the opportunity, I stroked his hair, so when given the opportunity, I should inspect his genitals.
The dead man's penis is average-sized, congested from the downward collection of blood. The testicles are uneven in length, hanging underneath. The genitalia is greenish. Marbling is present around the crotch.
Stated all so matter-of-factly. Write it all down and move on.
Back is symmetrical and intact. Upper and lower extremities are intact, but asymmetrical. There are combat injuries on the right hand, thigh, and hip.
Oh, okay. From his time as a mercenary, I literally had to mute myself because where'd it go? Village idiot coming through. Put that on his headstone. Here lies X, genitalia unremarkable. My God, that sounds like a scorned lover who gets to determine what ends up on your headstone. I absolutely love it. God damn it. Esteban Slanesh approved. Yeah, you mentioned earlier as well, right? Slanesh transcends games. Just going from game to game. A little Nurgle approved as well. It's true. It's true. Here lies X, genitalia unremarkable. Can you imagine?
In addition, I see smaller, residual scars, too numerous to count, covering about 30% of his skin.
From wounds sustained over 2, maybe more decades, dispersal and accumulation indicates long and active combat duty.
The scarring is extensive. Way more than a law official's.
We have a real museum here. Of battles, wars.
Yeah, and at least a couple of atrocities, I'm sure. I'll write it down.
Last item. Hands.
He takes the man's right hand in his, inspects it, then moves on to the other hand. Again, we've been interfacing with the body, so yeah, pick up the hand. I put these gloves on for a reason, damn it.
His flesh is cold, icy.
Pleased to meet you. Where are you from and what's your name?
I've already interacted with him, so I won't be surprised by this. I don't know my name, so I'm from...
I'm only fucking with you. I know where you're from. From Cappadocia. And your name is Il Corbo. What can I do you for, Il Corbo de Cappadocia?
I mean, I prefer that to my actual name that other people have been calling me. It's good to hold your hand. Did you like it when I stroked your hair?
I did, Kobo. I did. Reminded me of when I was just a small boy, before this happened to my face and my body. You did me a kindness there.
Your timing is perfect, Patrick. How's it going, buddy? Happy Friday indeed. Glad you can make it. Il Kobo does sound pretty good. No, Esteban, that's the thing people call us. Our name is actually a fiery orange and yellow. We haven't picked a name proper yet. I'm liking Il Kobo though. I'm liking that. The Sinking City had a full graveyard with funny headstones from backers and such. Oh yeah. Dudok, absolutely. That does sound like a headstone from some CRPG out there for sure. This is like a morbid version of Poirot with the inspector's observations and even the accent. A little bit actually, yeah. I was gonna say it has that like Sherlock Holmesy Poirot vibe going to it, and absolutely yeah. And yeah, see petting him. That's just saying that out loud with that tone of voice just feels so wrong. Stroking his there's no way to put it. Making the corpse, wow, that's even worse. I was gonna say making the corpse feel comfort. Listen, what we did is how I'm gonna phrase it was a nice thing, especially if we believe we're actually interacting with the hangman beyond this plane. I suppose we did him a kindness.
We should do this more often. Be close like this, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know about that, buddy.
Hands are clean. No sign of injury from struggling.
Jazzy be calling me out. Harkon, how's it going, buddy? So lucky that I caught the field autopsy relatively early. It's such an amazing moment. Yeah, I've heard it gets really horrific. It's been okay so far. I've not felt like it's been too bad so far. Well, I guess we'll see. No sign of injury from struggling. Oh, interesting. Yeah, were we expecting any? I imagine we were. Or did he get clocked right off the bat?
I was. Maybe I'm just not seeing them. Honestly, this stench is making it hard for me to think at the moment.
I do wonder how... Yeah, can't be easy. Halthor, it's the only way to stay safe. There's worse things to pet on a corpse. Jeez. Write this down too.
Ooh. That's all for the external. Well done. What next?
Oh boy, buddy. Internal examination. This is probably where it gets nasty.
Central nervous system. I have nothing. Do you have anything on this man's central nervous system?
Of course, there is a moral to be drawn from it. A moral to this story.
If I may add the moral of this story, I mean, I don't think he's gonna like that, but hey, we're one for dramatic flair, right? So yeah, if I may add the moral of the story.
What would that be?
He looks at you inquisitively.
The dead man looks, too, with barely contained excitement to hear the moral of his story.
That's not what that means. The brain is very vulnerable to compromise in its blood supply. Jesus. I guess that's technically an internal injury.
I think that may well be the moral of every story, officer.
Lieutenant grins. Yeah, it was a joke. I was making it funny. That was the intent. All right, NA.
Good. Musculoskeletal. Purge fluid is coming from the mouth. Not injury related. Eyes and tongue protuberant. Hyoid bone. Let's see.
With his eyes almost closed, the lieutenant puts his hand on the dead man's throat and begins to massage it, gently. A rotting smell erupts from the mouth. Purge fluid runs down his lips, black and viscous.
Yeah, this is getting nastier. I have a very vivid... I see things that are described very easily. It's been like that all my life, and this is starting to get a little bit nastier.
You hear cracks as the lieutenant moves his sharp fingers inside the flesh, like the creaking of an old house at night.
Yeah, jack that fucker off!
The hyoid bone is fractured. The rest of the musculoskeletal system is intact. Unremarkable.
Write it down.
Respiratory system.
Oh, back hunched, as if in prayer, he begins to pry open the dead man's jaws. He stops to exert more force. Both hands are used.
Oral cavity shows no lesions. The victim has received dental implants, possibly after a combat wound. Mouth swollen. Hemorrhaging present in mucosa of the lips and mouth.
I guess we look inside the dead man's mouth.
No scream, no sigh of relief rises from the darkness inside. It's humid there. Sickly sweet air, unlike anything living. You feel like you're about to throw up again, straight in that mouth of his.
Look deeper inside.
It's hard. Once more, you taste stomach acid in the back of your throat. A contraction. Your throat pumps a little something from your stomach and into your mouth. You're forced to swallow, just to keep looking.
Oh my god.
Inside, you see darkness. Just a mess of meat and darkness.
There are ancient mysteries down there, Kobo. Ask me later.
Oh, alright, okay.
Hemorrhaging present in mucus.
The lieutenant repeats impatiently. He lets go of the jaws. The mouth snaps shut before you. Oh, really? I've never handled a corpse. I know very little about how they behave. I guess they have like their default position that they return to. Is that the result of like rigor mortis or something? I don't know, but I will write this down. It's perfectly fair for Kim to get impatient with us over here.
Hepatobiliary. NA.
Why? Don't we have anything?
Are you a hepatobiliary expert?
Yes. I don't think so. Yeah, I know very little about myself. He looks at the corpse's stomach with a mixture of tiredness and disgust. I don't think so.
Neither am I.
And that's it?
That's it.
Alright. NA?
Same for toxicology and serology. NA.
Both?
Unless you have untapped reservoirs of knowledge there.
The completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do. He has this memorized, eh? Like, he just asks us for the section header, and then he knows all the steps. I mean, okay, yeah, he's just doing his job, you could say. But, like, you know, we're both cops, and God knows this guy doesn't remember what he's supposed to be doing. This is impressive. This is impressive. Rigor mortis goes away, they get stiff, then limp again, usually. So what would make something like the jaw snap shut? Because this body's been up for a few weeks now. And it's true, sometimes you are just forced to swallow, whether you're dealing with a dead body or not. God, we do need to go deeper, though. I wish we could have seen... I'm curious what the Inland Empire has to say about the void we looked into. I can see you. Why are we saying no? Why? What happened? I know something about toxicology from a user point of view. Hey, you know what? That's a good point. But yes, the completionist in me wonders if there's something we could still do here.
Like a toxicology screening? At this stage, I doubt processing will find anything, even if it was brimming with cocaine. But still, you should add a request.
Brimming with cocaine, you said. Right, NA and add toxicology requested.
Cardiovascular. The body exhibits heavy lividity. Blood has gathered in the hands, feet, and neck. Hypostasis is visually consistent with the hanging.
So one thing is I don't know how he can tell it's gathered at the feet because he's got boots on and we can't see his feet. But separately, this is why I didn't want to take the boots off before we finish this. Not only because, well, no, this is primarily why I didn't want to take the boots off before, because I thought the legs, the lower extremities, might be important for our actual report, especially with a hanging. Blood would pool down at your extremities, right? So like your hands, like your fingertips, your feet, and the neck, of course, where it was tied too tight, where the ligature was, I suppose. So yeah, that's why I didn't want to take the boots before we did this. But yes, let's write this down.
Gastrointestinal.
He breathes a sigh of approaching relief. This is the last field on the list. Looks around, to the ground, the pool of feces there.
This will do.
Digested semi-solid food in stomach. Voila.
He touches the corpse's bloated lower abdomen, briefly. Write it down, keep the voila. Okay, you know what? I got a flair for the dramatics. Let's do it. Keep the voila.
What's next on the list?
A description of injuries, now that we've fully examined the body.
Let's see. We have bite marks, contusions on the head and chest, and a ligature mark encircling the neck. You'll need 3 fields. Leave a 4th one too.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
What about the injuries we have inflicted? I'm not about to pretend to be a good cop here. Bite marks, let's start with that.
Head, chest, and scalp bite mark injuries. Predation by birds has caused damage to the body. Odontologist does not need to be consulted.
Yeah, I was wondering if this was bite marks from birds or other animals, or if it was bite marks from a potential victim, based on what we heard inside the Whirling Rags, what was it, last session, 2 sessions ago, in terms of his behavior. When I flipped my script and I was like, you know what, we don't need to solve this case. He had what he had it coming. I was wondering when they first mentioned bite marks, I was like, I don't like that. I don't even like the small injuries. I was like, are they recent or are they from his war past? True. That's a good point. That was from reaction speed. I should perhaps. I hope it's not too late. I should still have the option, but you're right. We should at least have that interaction because our own internal monologue is encouraging it. You're right.
And your opinion, officer?
Beneath the description, there are 2 boxes waiting to be ticked: opinion, fatal injury, or B, non-fatal post-mortem. I mean, I wouldn't say these are the fatal injuries, so sure, non-fatal. Hopefully post-mortem. B.
Agreed. Next injury?
We'll do 2 and 3, and then we'll come back to 1. Or we'll do 2, come back to 1, and then we'll see, because 3 finishes the autopsy. Okay, let's talk about the contusions.
So, the scalp bleeds from a post-mortem head injury, a stone. The injury does not have the rim of an early inflammatory response. The perpetrator on the scene has confessed to causing it post-mortem.
A perpetrator on the scene. Yeah.
At maximum velocity, fucko!
I love how much it bothers Kudo. Genuinely love how much it bothers Kudo.
Has confessed to causing it at maximum velocity.
Fair enough. Write it down. That's just his statement.
Coagulated blood sticks to his scalp and chest, where the countless stones have hit the dead man. Beneath, the description of injury. 2 boxes.
Just write it down as fatal injury, get Kuno thrown in jail. God. Non-fatal, post-mortem.
Right. Next.
What about the injuries we have inflicted?
Oh, so we inflicted them?
Whoa. This is a team effort. You gave me the gun, man.
You mean the spin-stabilized munition from a kill A990 muzzleloader lodged in his lung?
Yeah, that thing.
That was not a team effort. I just missed my shot. Also, let's not mention it. Muddies the water.
Huh. See, it would have been an easy 1, but 3 calls to me as well. So back to injuries, or I agree, the waters are muddy enough. Kuno and party a rivalry for the ages. Yeah, dude can hop off a cliff for all I care. I guess I'll say I agree. The waters are muddy enough. Just to show him I'm on the same side as him. I don't want him to be. I don't know how the game treats it, right? But I don't. Let's ignore the fact that it's a game. If I was interacting with somebody like this, which I hope I never find myself in this position, I would probably let them know that I'm on the same page as them if I am on the same page as them, because I don't need them getting worried and becoming a nervous wreck and maybe, I don't know, who knows, missing a different shot and hitting me just to keep their career safe. Who knows? I agree. The waters are muddy enough. He's a solid partner, yeah.
See? These pigs are fucking corrupt.
Ah, Kuno. You're not wrong there. The boy nods approvingly. Maybe that'll gain us some plus like buffs to our roll for trying to figure the kid out.
Why don't you fuck him if you love him so much?
Oh, damn. Trouble in paradise.
Now, injuries.
Yes, right. Ligature marks. Or wait, what's the 4th injury field for?
Nothing. Just in case.
Fair. I think he knows my plan with the boots. Number 3, yes, ligature mark. Or wait, turn the page back. I don't want to finish the autopsy before we're done. Turn the page back.
The corpse lay slouched to the side, oblivious to its surroundings. The field autopsy form describes his state in 3 parts.
Okay, now back to the description of injury summary.
Alright. Bite marks. Contusion.
Be thorough if you want maximum results.
I guess we finished the autopsy here, because then we can classify it. It does a little bit. So we finished the autopsy, and I've been told. I guess now's the time to verify. I've been told we can finish the autopsy, and then Kim then requests to take the body away, and we can tell him not yet, which means we can come back at night when he's asleep to take the boots. And then the next day, I suppose, we can tell Kim to take the body away. Right? That makes sense to me. A little bit AK Lacer, a little bit, as Classified said. His approval fills me with shame. Of course, Kuno likes it. Kim definitely has shown he has our back. Exactly, I agree, the Grimner. It's good to return the sentiment. Why? I can't speak today. It is good to return the sentiment every now and then. I agree, wholeheartedly. I wouldn't say it was I guess it wasn't so much a spoiler. I was okay with that one, because it was preventing me from making any decisions. I was getting decision paralysis from it. But I got that heads up that there's still the chance after the autopsy is done. I just didn't know if it meant like literally done, or if it was the option to rip the boots off after we turn the page back. So fair enough. I guess it's safe then to write down the ligature mark. Finish the autopsy.
A dark red abraded ligature mark encircling the neck, with a gap on the nape measuring, let's say, 7 centimeters. The hyoid bone is fractured, the cervical column intact. I see hemorrhaging on the skin, above and below the ligature mark. Depth of the mark, 1 centimeter. No signs of clawing on the neck.
Write it down.
Below the note, 2 customary boxes wait to be ticked. The man's head jerks to the side. The ring around his neck is visible.
No signs of clawing on the neck. So was he knocked out when he was hung, I guess? Or was he already dead by the time he was hung?
Think for a moment. There's time. Don't rush.
Yeah. And the reaction speed stepping in there. Because so far the game has wanted us to think that he was hung to death, that he was lynched. But the way it's described there, no signs of clawing on the neck. Kim even said he's got no signs of like fighting back, right? He has no hand injuries or anything. I feel like he was like drugged or otherwise like knocked out, and then hung up to make it look like a hanging. I feel like there's something afoot here. I feel like there's something afoot here. We did look at the footprints, yeah. No clawing, no signs of a struggle. The footprints, yeah, exactly. I think he was already dead by the time he was put up. Either he was already dead by the time he was put up, or he was unconscious when he was put up. Yeah, the boots are afoot. My goodness. We looked at the footprints. Yeah, much. That was like one of the first things we did in the first episode, I think. I'm not. I don't think he was hanged to death. I don't think he was hanged to death. I think he was hanged after the fact to make it look like that's what caused it. We did theorize that he was carried, right? Yeah. Well, so he had to have been carried. Oh, I see what you're saying. As opposed to like, as opposed to he was being dragged, or he was walking alongside, struggling, or what have you. I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think the hanging is a cover-up. Yeah. I don't think he was actually hung. I don't think he was. Obviously, he was hung. That's not the end of that sentence. I don't think that's how he died, though. I don't think that's how he died. Then that's option 2. I think so. Toxicology report would help know if he was drugged unconscious. That's true. We did request toxicology. I'm glad that worked out. Yeah, that actually did work out. Because, yeah, he was either unconscious or already dead before he got pulled up. I'm going with that. You know what? This is a big... I get the feeling this is a very big decision, or at least it makes me feel like a somewhat capable, maybe, detective in-game, not in the real world. Please don't hand me cases in the real world. But, yeah, non-fatal. This was post-mortem. I'm curious what Kim has to say about that. The lieutenant falls silent, abruptly.
Why do you say that?
I just took a whack in the dark. I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him. No, this is police business now. It's time now for esprit de corps to kick in as opposed to drama. All right, I'm serious. I don't think this was the injury that killed him.
Okay. Why don't you think it was fatal?
I arrived at this conclusion through the psychic arts. Why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this, I would tie his hands when marching him to the gallows. True. There's no reason. It's just a random guess. That's interesting. I didn't think about having his hands tied, but that's a good point. Yeah, I guess those are the injuries you would see on his hands. He would have like rope marks or something on his wrists, right? So why weren't his hands tied? A big man like this, I would tie his hands when marching him to the gallows.
Honestly, I'm not sure there weren't marks on his wrist. That part got blurry for me. The stench. But you are right, I was ready to call this. Now I think we should leave it empty, at least for the time being.
Yeah, you know what? I like it. That cheer coming in right on time as well. Danzerland 8000, thank you very much for subscribing. Hope you're enjoying the show, buddy. If you are, you know what to do. Let me know down below. And that goes for everybody in chat as well, or if you're watching the VOD. If you're enjoying the show, hit that like button down below and let me know. It really helps me make decisions on the channel, as I like to say. The other thing I try to not say too often, but I guess it is the first episode of the new month. I've been told I should mention this more often. Bear with me, folks, over here. But if you've been really enjoying this series, like really enjoying this series, and you would like to support the channel in another way, you might want to consider becoming a channel member or patron. Links to both of those are in the description down below, or you can click the join button. But again, I feel like I try not to mention it too often. There's no pressure, there's no obligation, nothing at all like that. I appreciate y'all being here and watching and stuff, and of course we get all the super chats and stuff as well. It's amazing stuff. But I've been told previously over the years I should mention it more often, and so as a middle ground between my my way of never mentioning it and people saying I should mention it just in chat and stuff, I do it once a month. So hope you don't mind. Well, let's see, what's chat saying over here? Oh, this smells fishy, says Seamus. Stronger than the fishmonger's bins. Ain't that the truth? Yeah, there's something off over here, for sure. If we doubt the cause of death, wouldn't that be our reason to not ship the body off just yet? Ooh, clever, Jazzy B. Thinking that's 4D chess, that's 5D chess even. Halthor standing over a mutilated corpse and you think something is afoot. Good thing they called you. Yes, something is suspicious here for sure. I can't tell what just quite yet, but something. Yeah, he did not resist. to being hanged. That's the thing. He was dead already, or unconscious, either or. But he wasn't able to fight back. He wasn't able to fight back in any way, shape, or form, right? And yes, exactly. Jazzy mentioning one of the many perks. If you become a member, you get to drop loads of banners. Yes, absolutely. It is. Yeah, it's kind of like Twitch subs. I'm glad they introduced membership to YouTube. It's kind of like Twitch subs, right? You finally get emotes. You get your name have a color. You get a little icon next to your name and stuff. It's good stuff. It's good stuff. I'm glad they did that a couple years ago now, but they didn't have it when YouTube streaming first started, right? Anyway, back to this situation over here. Let's see what this leads to.
Let's wrap this up. I pronounce this field autopsy over.
Cool. First, how did it go? I don't know. I don't know exactly what tone that statement is being said in, but maybe it is a proper, like, okay, how do you think it went? Like, any thoughts? How did it go?
It was an irregular field autopsy. We did not establish cause of death, which is supposed to be the goal of an autopsy. But personally, I do not see this as a parameter for success.
Yeah, I agree with Kim. I mean, like, if you can't draw a conclusion, then don't make up a conclusion. Oh, he suicided himself, you know?
We also requested a toxicological screening. That was thorough. The results should arrive in a couple of weeks, if we are lucky. I will not hold my breath.
I feel like we're not going to see the toxicology results. All right, what else?
We were thorough with the list of injuries, too. We described them all in detail. What is there to say? Given the circumstances, it was a professional field autopsy.
I feel like that's a little... I hope we didn't gain XP for being thorough with the list of injuries, because we weren't. Maybe there was more XP to be gained if we were actually, like... I guess that kind of punishes you for playing a liar cop. I don't know, it's just interesting, because we weren't thorough with the list of injuries. Anyway, what now?
I need a copy of that autopsy form. Then I will drive him to Faubourg.
Rip out a copy of the autopsy form.
For processing.
He looks at the dead man one more time, then at the slip of red paper in his hand, then at the corpse again.
You tilt your head, also looking at the corpse.
It's true, 5 XP isn't that much. It just feels like a funny time to get rewarded.
I'm sure we didn't get everything. There's always something.
Ah, visual calculus kicking in. I'm really tempted. Perception always comes in handy. We just got a skill point. I am really tempted to up our perception to 6. Perception is one of those things that you're pretty much always using. And if we up it to 6, then might just help us by enough here. What do you guys think, chat? What do you guys think? That would be the quickest I've spent a skill point. Like, immediately it's come up. It's just so important, especially in the current situation. A 42% chance of success isn't terrible, but we already rolled our 1 success for this stream earlier when we cut the rope, like the belt off, right? And God knows I only get 1 successful roll per stream, so I want to, use the odds, right? Up the perception if you fail the check. Good point. It's a white check. Thank you. Good point. Yes. Josh as well. Thank you. Do it after. Yes. Harkon too. Yes. You're right. Saved me from a lot of heartache there. Search the body one more time thoroughly. Fingers crossed we do this well, then we can use that point elsewhere. But if we fail it, yeah, we'll come back. We'll drop it in a perception and search the body again. Here we go.
Your arm reaches out and your eyes close, as if by their own volition. It's dark all around. You feel cold, dead flesh through the latex glove. It's right under the palm of your hand.
Wow, I love the feeling. Legendary success is also just a beautiful thing to read. That worked out really nicely. I can't believe we succeeded. All right, what is this? Oh, what is this?
His face, his cheeks, his nose, his fat, swollen lips. Like a rubber spider, your gloved hand crawls on his features. Everything is silent, all around.
Crawl up his nostrils.
They are swollen shut. You need to really push to get in.
Oh boy. Push the fingers in.
Only the little one fits. The flesh changes shape as you bore in, searching for something in the cartilage.
The fuck is he doing?
You hear a voice squeak. Sounds very far away.
The thing you're looking for, it's not there. Crawl out, spider.
Alright, fingers in his mouth next. Oh.
The oral cavity is cold and moist. A ball-like tongue attaches itself to the base of the mouth, lolling around like a scallop. You're on the right track.
Oh, there's Inland Empire kicking back in. It said we'd be talking about this later, and here we are. Be very thorough, even if it's weird. Oh no, for sure, AK Laser. I mean, again, we're in full cop mode now, right? Full detective mode. Full detective mode. And the Grimner, that's interesting. You've never seen this happen? That's awesome. I've seen a couple comments like that as well, like in the VODs, just being like, yeah, I've played this game. I've never seen some of the things you've seen. I love that there's even 2 years, however, 3 years after its release, there are moments like that. Yeah, that's the gross stuff. We're finally getting in there. Because so far it's not been too bad. It's true. And absolutely Jazzy B. With luck like this today, Monday's going to be crazy. Abhinav, how's it going, buddy? Just joined, we're crawling up nostrils. Yes, excellent timing. And now we're going down mouths, I suppose. Play with it. This feels right. Open your eyes and look. No, touch something else. No, play with it. This feels right. On the right track, right?
The tongue moves freely in the cavity. The mucus of the mouth is slippery, fragile, even through the latex. From the soft meat, teeth are budding. Hard pearls of bone in the gums and in the back of the mouth. Can you feel it? You're so close. Rip his jaws open now. Look in.
Open your eyes and look.
A vision of black and dark red death, pried open by your hands and studded with teeth. Looks like he's laughing. Death fumes rising from his throat. And there, in the back of his mouth, above the bell of the uvula, right in the soft palate, you see a hole, barely visible to the human eye. It is swollen shut, almost vanished. No larger than 0.4 centimeters in radius, the edges appear darkened.
Oh, okay.
An abrasion collar. This is what we're after.
Say abrasion collar.
Abrasion collar.
The lieutenant looks in. There's a pen in his hand. His notebook is open to the copy paper.
Kuno is silent.
Touch it with my finger gently.
A black trickle of liquid runs into his throat from the wound.
Oof. Time to put the finger in.
Your index fits right in there. A tight tunnel of flesh opens up. Tissue damage. Wide enough for 2 fingers. As you push both in, you reach through his mouth, right into his brainstem.
Oh my goodness.
The fuck is happening?
I don't know, Kudo S. I don't know.
Ah, shit, see?
Brainstem?
Yes, that's what this part is called.
Let's feel around a bit first.
The basal ganglia feels clumpy. What entered here has torn apart his reptilian complex.
He got... Was he killed execution style or something? What happened here? We'd see a gunshot wound. You'd be able to tell a gunshot wound. How did this damage get done?
This man will never sleep again. Never wake.
Push deeper.
Your yellow fingers slide into the remains of the limbic system. There is no resistance. It's gelatinous. The slug-like structures are damaged too. The tearing extends deep into both hemispheres.
There's a cavity cut right between the hemispheres.
The lieutenant answers with the sound of his pen on paper.
Fucking cavity, see?
Kuno's voice is hushed. Is something actually shaking Kuno? Push deeper.
Your fingers are all the way in now, reaching toward the inside of his skull. The cavity goes further, but the entry wound isn't wide enough for the rest of your hand to follow.
Oh, wriggle in.
Your fingers reach toward his skull. His cerebral cortex feels like jelly. Cold jelly. Strange fluid streams down your wrist as you push deeper until you feel it on the tip of your finger. Ice-cold serrated metal. Its edges cut right through the latex and into your finger.
I feel a solid object right under the skull.
Can you get to it?
He searches his pockets for something. I could inspect the skull first, just even to get this higher than the 83% it's at right now. Let's inspect the skull first.
There's a tiny crack, a protrusion in the cranium, right in the back of his head. Your finger must be pointing straight at it from the inside.
Wow, completely missed it.
The object that is in there stops just short of the skull, in the encephalus, knocking this tiny fracture into the cranium.
We have the makings of a very small exit wound here.
The lieutenant leans closer.
Forget about the fucking exit wound, Beano. The pig is wearing him like a fuck puppet.
Oh, look at that. That +1 takes us to 92%. Oh, man, I wish I could... Still an 8% chance of failure. I know that sounds like nothing, but 8% is not nothing. I actually wonder what happens in game if you'd failed that perception check. Which one, sorry? The one for the back of his head, you mean? And that's true, Terran. Watching a detective solve a murder is pretty cool. Though I think he's more intrigued by the fact that my hand is in this guy's mouth. I forgot about that aspect. Just in time, JT. Just in time. How's it going, bud? Glad you can make it. Let's go for it. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy. I was like, do I spend a point in interfacing? It's easy. If I don't succeed here, I wasn't meant to. Come on, baby, please. Fish it out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Oh, thank God. Esteban, I am an XCOM player. Yes, 92%. Not just an XCOM player. I also play tabletop.
The object between your index and middle finger. It feels sharp, like metal. With your face twisting from pain and concentration, all you need to do is just...
I got it.
My pig's fucking got it?
He's watching his old man get the big prize at the claw game.
What? What is it?
Slowly pull my fingers out.
The inside of the head feels cold and smooth, like a glove. Sweat dripping down your brow. Careful not to lose the prize between your fingers. With a plop, your hand emerges from the mouth. The garden glove is covered in blood right up to the wrist. Between your fingers, a small flower, a blossom made of lead.
Again, just an example of how beautifully written this game is. A small flower, a blossom made of lead. I wish I could write about like bullets like that after they've, compressed, like when they've hit their target. Jesus. Anything to distract myself from the description of the plop of my hand emerging from his mouth.
Fucking beautiful.
I do agree though. Where was it? I mentioned in chat. 6X Lord says, I think Kuno legitimately likes puzzles. He was curious about the clothes earlier too. It's true. I mean, like as much as I talk smack about the kid, I'm sure he has. I wouldn't say salvageable necessarily, but I'm sure he has things that genuinely intrigue him too, that don't involve harassing or hurting other people, right? And so that might be one of his things. He might actually be genuinely curious about what the cops are up to, and that's why he's hanging out around the body. And he's also a little shit disturber, so he throws rocks at it and stuff because he is, comes from a broken home. If he even comes from a home, he's doesn't like, he's got his he's troubled. He's a troubled youth. But he maybe he's actually curious about the case as well. It's possible. Is it our bullet? No, classified. Our bullet hit him in the shoulder. It's not our bullet. That would be hilarious though if we made all that effort just to get our own bullet out of him. But no. And yes, exactly, Lacer. Bad luck it follows me like a curse sometimes. Maxime says, in my game I had high half-light, so the check was actually a physical instrument instead, and I literally punched and blew up his head. What? I assume that's a failure that made you punch through his head. My goodness, that's also interesting that you got to a different check through a different route. That's really interesting, huh? Better write down Captain the Dome. My pig How has Kuno managed to get an awe out of me? Oh no, Seamus. Oh no. You gotta. Oh no. You gotta get that checked out, man. Yeah, exactly. Today Esteban is weird. Our good fortune. It's gonna come back and bite me somehow. I'm sure. Gonna come back and bite me somehow. A troubled youth. He's more trouble than you. Yeah, true. No, that's for sure, Josh. There are multiple ways and skills to accomplish most things in this game. Absolutely, I've heard that said a couple times, and I as much as I like know it as a fact of the game, and I love that that's how it is. There's still that like moment of delight in seeing exactly what could have gone differently if it had been done differently, or if you had different skills. It's just I always find that stuff fascinating because of how much I play tabletop and stuff. I'm so big on just truly having almost every option at your disposal, as long as you're being realistic based on the GM and the world and stuff. Sure, there's still limitations, but you can do all sorts of stuff, whereas with a CRPG, obviously they're limited by what they can code and what they can build and write, etc., what they think of as developers before the game ships, as opposed to a GM around the table able to come up with something on the spot, which I think, by the way, is a potential cool application for AI, like an AI driven CRPG that's able to respond to player input in a more... Anyway, I digress. My point being, so when I find out exactly how things could be different, I think it's just cool to me, I guess. That's the simple way of putting it. It's just cool to me. Back to this bullet, though. Back to this bullet.
A bullet.
The lieutenant puts a small bag marked evidence under it. Drop it in. It was dead before he got put up.
The bullet falls in the bag, leaving a smattering of blood on the plastic. He raises the bag under his eyes and says,
A non-caliber rifle, some kind of brittle alloy, fractured on impact.
I could ask to have it, or I could have him keep... It's evidence. Neither of us can have it. Where's the third option, which is like this has to be submitted? Ooh, Esteban, that's awesome, man. I'm excited for you. That's really cool. It's a really cool journey. You got to hit me up in the Discord. I want to know what systems you play, what stories you gotten involved in. I love it. The original parse, So You Want to Be a Hero from Sierra, was truly the height of CRPG handling player whim. Yeah, that is, yeah, I guess that was the mid-80s. Jeez, I haven't thought about that in a long time. Yeah, I think we should keep it because it might come in handy for us later for sure. Absolutely, Haldor. Yeah. Absolutely. Seamus, Maxime taking the boy's route of punching through the head to get a wee bullet. Wow, that is so well put. Absolutely. Yes, can I have it?
Of course. You deserve it.
Oh, well, thank you. Lieutenant drops the bag in your hand. It feels light.
We need to add an item to the injury list. Injury number 4. Oval entry wound with an abrasion color. Soft palate, back of mouth.
I'm glad we left that spot, I suppose.
High velocity. Temporary cavity in brain tissue. Small exit wound on the occiput. How does that sound?
Say nothing, just nod. I'll say sounds about right. Sounds like heaven. Seems inappropriate. If we're in cop mode, right? Sounds about right.
Opinion, fatal injury.
Oh, whoa, why, game, why? Why would you do this to me? What do you mean you're still not sure? I was going to say goddamn right, but... Man... I think this has got to be it. This has got to be it. Nothing else makes sense. Nothing else makes sense. This has got to be it. What else could it... I mean, I say what else could it possibly be, but we literally didn't know this bullet existed until just now. I'm going to say this was the cause of death. Well, yeah, but was it... I mean, that was probably done... That was probably what killed him. Well, yeah, I'm just like wondering, like, did something else happen before that killed him? Could it have been something else that killed him, and then they put the bullet in his brain for closure? I don't know. I'm going to say it's the bullet to the brain probably killed him, yes. That's probably what did him in. Just taking a look. I missed a question, I think. And I can't find it right now. Is Planet Zoo coming back? Oh, yes. Yeah, some of the old favorites will be making a comeback when things have calmed down a little bit in life with regards to like wedding planning and stuff. I see Seamus has already answered the question for me, and I appreciate that, Seamus. Thank you. Just wanted to check to make sure I didn't miss anything there as well. But yes, very much what Seamus said. Thanks, bud. One big misdirection is a cool twist. More would just be trolling. Exactly, right? Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna go ahead and say you're goddamn right.
And one last thing. We can now fill in injury number 3. Ligament mark. Opinion non-fatal. Post-mortem. Treatment.
He's proposing the bullet was the real cause of death, and the hanging an attempt to conceal this fact.
Excuse me, he's not proposing that. I'm proposing that. I got to this deduction. Me. What is this? Get out of here. That was me being a super cop. What is, treatment?
Treatment, officer, is an attempt to manipulate the body after death, to hide the real cause with a false cause. In this case...
I knew that. I knew that.
This injury here.
He points to the mark encircling the corpse's neck. The ligament mark, the fractured hyoid bone, it was all treatment.
Yes, and the belt around his neck, the hanging, even dragging him to the yard. All of it was done after this man was already dead.
Agreed.
I have had my doubts for a while now, since I saw there were no signs of struggle on his hands, and no claw marks on his neck.
Excuse me? Yo, I was told Kim is a homie. I was told he's a good partner. Right now he's taking a lot of credit for a lot of things that excuse me, Kim.
There have been other signs too, small things. We were right not to assign hanging as cause of death, as the perpetrators expected we would. No such luck for them.
He didn't like me saying it was teamwork when we shot him in the shoulder, but now it's all we this, we that. It's okay, I'm not actually upset. He announced no signs of struggle, but he didn't think that was... He didn't trust his own judgment. He was like, maybe it was the smell. And he didn't go like, oh, that's suspicious. He was just like, yeah, no signs, no hands fine. I don't know. It's fine, you know. Just, we're partners. It's teamwork, it's okay.
We didn't fall for it, he thinks. There's pride in there.
Yeah, as there should be. Honestly, I feel really good about knowing what actually caused the death there. Like, the game did just a really good job of making you actually feel good if you come to that conclusion. I think so, at least. Like, wow, I'm really pleased that we figured out what actually happened there, that we caught the treatment, I suppose, the lie in progress post-mortem. That's some good stuff.
There is, of course, the very real possibility he was both shot and hanged.
Interesting. I mean, I guess, but then I feel like he would have bled out a little differently. That's the thing that kind of surprises me. Kim has 20 composure. He can say this with a straight face, right? Seamus, good point. Kim's trying it on, forgetting that we're the ones writing the report. True. But no, I'm the one thing that throws me off is like how little did he bleed when he was shot that all the like blood has pooled the way it has when he was hung. You know what I mean? Like, he was shot in the mouth, right through the skull. Well, not right through, I guess it stopped just short of the other end of the skull. I imagine that would cause a fair bit of bleeding, and yet all of our like injury descriptions and stuff involved blood being described as having pooled appropriately and things like that. Like, I guess is there just that much blood in the body that it would... He's been in the tree a week. If it rained, any blood would be washed off. No, that's not what I mean. I mean more like, it's all like, oh yeah, his blood has collected at his fingertips and feet. How is there still so much blood left? You know what I mean? True, I guess the blood probably went like right down his throat as opposed to out the back of his head. Yeah, that kind of, saying that out loud kind of, okay, maybe they shot him while they hanged him. Who would do this? Why would anyone do this? I think I need to wash myself. God, I do. Maybe the bullet holds more answers. Okay, so first of all, maybe the bullet holds more answers.
Yes, we should take a closer look at it. I am certain it has more to tell us.
This little thing could reveal much about the weapon that shot it.
Maybe they just shot him while they hanged him?
To put him out of his misery? It's possible.
Don't think
but
so.
It does not explain all the other dubious things here.
Yeah.
Lack of struggle, primarily. I may be intellectually sloppy, but I prefer one theory at a time. And this just smacks of treatment to me.
I agree with him fully. I wasn't expecting... I don't think they shot him while he was being hung, because then you would still see claw marks on the neck. You'd still see, you know, all that kind of stuff. So I was just throwing that out there to see what, like, where his head was at. So I'm glad I wasn't crazy, I guess. Who would do this? Everard with my gun? No, wait, hang on. I think I would recognize. I think we'd be familiar with the caliber of our own gun. No, it can't be our own gun. He has not been shot with our gun. Oh boy, if he's been shot with our gun, we're in trouble. Who would do this?
That's for us to find out. But this, it will make finding them just a little easier.
Right, Classified? What if it was our gun? Oh man. And Esteban, you're talking about Analyze That? Oh man, I don't remember Analyze This and Analyze That. I remember enjoying the movies a lot. I don't remember the movies themselves, unfortunately. The doc asked him how his trial was going. The case didn't go through. The key witness killed himself. A true tragedy. He stabbed himself 14 times in the back and then jumped off a bridge. So sad. Oh man, I gotta rewatch those movies. They are really good movies. I remember loving them. Analyze This and Analyze That, I absolutely loved. The Sopranos always makes me think about Analyze This and Analyze That, because obviously the mobster going to therapy thing, right? I need to watch those movies, actually. Oh, I'm sorry, I apologize. Let me write that down, because I always forget that those movies exist, and I've been meaning to show. I don't think Miss Elite's seen them, and I've been meaning to have her watch those movies for the longest time, but I keep forgetting. Analyze This, Analyze That. So now I have a note to remind me when we get a chance to watch a movie. Man. Mr. Everard is helping me find my gun. I worry that this is me finding my gun. Boy, oh boy. Okay, why would anyone do this?
To hide something. The real killer? The real motivation? What really happened here?
I think I need to wash myself.
Oh, you really, really do. I am glad to hear you say that. Your room in the Whirling in Rags should come with a bathroom. Be sure to make use of it in the evening.
Yeah, in the evening. I'm gonna use it right after we're done here, man. What happens next?
We bag the corpse and carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day.
That's a good point. We got here after the body was already dead, right? How could it be my gun? Unless I lost my gun before I was here. Who knows, right? Exactly. We supposedly got here after the victim was dead for 4 days. That supposedly is carrying a lot of weight on its shoulders. I would not be surprised if we've been here for longer. Nothing would shock me, because we woke up in a drunken daze. We got here before Kim, if memory serves me correctly. So, who knows? Who knows? We're brushing over the fact that we cut our glove and skin while inside a corpse's brain. What's the worst that could happen, 6X Lord? We just absorb some of his smarts, right? That's how that works. Classified, oh, you didn't care for Analyze This or That? See, I don't remember them because I saw them when I was a kid, I guess. And when I think about comedy mob movies, the one that comes to mind most for me is, oh, damn, what's it called? It's not even a mob movie, but it's got Joe Pesci in it, which is why in my head, in my like child brain, it was a mob movie. Because I watched a lot of those mob movies as a kid. Where he's My Cousin Vinny. So I like My Cousin Vinny a lot. And that I actually watched relatively recently. So I don't remember Analyze This and That well enough. I just remember, I think I liked them. I gotta rewatch them. Anyway, we bag the corpse, carry him to the holding pen of my kinema. I can transport him to processing myself, but I will be gone for the rest of the day. You'll be gone? What should I do in the meanwhile?
Work on the case. Tend to personal matters. Try not to do anything too dangerous. An officer needs backup in a neighborhood like this.
Yeah, and my backup's about to disappear on me.
I'll leave that choice to you. And one more thing. Great work, detective.
You too, Kim. You too.
The word lingers in the air of the yard. Far away, dogs are barking. Further yet, the sound of motor traffic. Detective.
Damn, our morale's already full. Oh man. But still feels good though.
After you bag the corpse, Lieutenant Kitsuragi will leave the party until tomorrow morning. You can do side tasks and even the main case, but it might be more difficult. Plan his exit accordingly.
Interesting. Okay. We will leave, right? Yes, so leave. We'll come back at night when Kim's asleep, get the boots. Tomorrow morning, we'll have Kim take the body. We already talked to the dead man. We could try talking to him again, I suppose. True.
The man is deep. The lieutenant adjusts his glasses and takes a deep breath.
Okay, tell me something, dead man.
Shoot, Looney Rooney.
Good catch, good spot. At the autopsy, you said you have ancient mysteries.
Oh yes, Kobo mi Lobo. In the gift horse's mouth. Tracts and wakes and waterways. Ancient materials buried.
Yeah, but to where, brother?
Just a small gulp away. My beloved Kobo. A small gulp away.
Now I feel like I'm missing something here. Now I feel like I'm missing something. Or is that a reference to check my mouth? Who killed you?
Love did me in, brother Kobo. It was love all along.
Alright, well enough. Oh, hang on.
Oh yes,
Oh, I guess
it's
all that's the
all
introduction.
right.
Enough.
Come back later, Kobo.
Fair enough. Worth a shot, worth a shot. Yeah, I guess that was like trying to draw attention to his mouth, but we would have already seen that if we, like, during the autopsy. Maybe it would unlock the option. I don't know. Let's talk to Kuno over here, see if we're any closer to figuring him out.
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me,
I knew it would appeal to him.
Kuno dies. You're gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
Porta Rosa, a side alley of the Boogie Street Spearhead. A young man in his early 20s approaches patrol officer Emil Mullins and asks for a cigarette. As Officer Mullins reaches in his coat pocket for the pack of Astra he just purchased this morning, the man shoots him point blank in his chest. Breathless, the patrol officer collapses in the gutter. His right hand is grabbing the armor on his chest. The bullet didn't pierce it, but he can't breathe. On the pavement, the patter of the perpetrator's feet growing distant. Bleed, pig, someone opens a window and says, but Emil cannot see who. His sight grows dim with pain.
Are we seeing into the future of Kuno? Is that what this is? I feel like that's what this is. That's Kuno shooting a cop in the future. It's esprit de corps, right? Which is it's not supposed to be like fortune telling or anything, but usually you're tapping into like other police events that are happening elsewhere in the world. That's what the vibe I've gotten so far. But to me, this feels like Kuno-esque. Maybe not actually seeing into the future, but us imagining what Kuno's future holds for him and what Kuno-esque's future holds for them as well. Could be happening right now. Kuno is cop material. Oh boy, not unpacking that statement. Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, again, so call it professional instinct. That's basically what it is. It's what it's supposed to be, right? So I think it's like yeah, sure. I've seen this happen. I've had people tell me this stuff. Seeing the presence of a fellow officer somewhere else in the city. That's what it's typically been painted as. Yeah. But I think this is, relating it to what Kuno said. Yeah, exactly. But good point, actually, by Dudok there. Tell him to take him away tomorrow evening so I don't lose him and I still get the boots. True. I guess closer to 9 p.m. or before he goes to sleep at night, we could have him take the body away tomorrow. So we have the day to get the boots, and then we also have him with us all day in case things get wild. Don't be silly, you're a kid, answer me some questions instead. Nope. You know what's a good line of work for getting shot? Or I'll be there for you, Kuno? Oh, nah, see? Okay, hold on. I think I'll be there for you, Kuno, is too, like, sympathetic. He's gonna get all... uppity, let's call it, right? So I don't think that's the right call. I think asking him what a good line of work for getting shot is might be the way to do it. Is his real name? No, he can't possibly be the cop that we're imagining him being. He's not going to be the patrol officer. You know what's a good line of work for getting shot?
Pigs.
Wow, you know, actually, I am a little speechless. Wow, didn't think he would... Yeah, it does carry, doesn't it? Hot damn. The voice acting there as well, again, the way he said pigs is just so good. Oh my god, this kid's showing empathy? What the hell? We could try and figure him out. 42% isn't terrible. Come on, baby, please. We'd have to up our empathy otherwise. I just wonder if there's anything else we can do to boost this before we go in there. It's okay. Let's try it. 42%. Fingers crossed. Come on, baby, please. Come on, come on, come on, come on.
It's not Kuno. It's Kuno S.
What? 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 Yo! I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We actually passed that. The hell's going on? What is happening today? Monday's going to be so rough on us. Crusader of the Kings is going to be on absolute fire. We're going to be in so much trouble on Monday. But I'll take this for now. Okay, hold on. So, it's not Kuno. It's Kuno S. Interesting. How?
Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad.
Interesting.
Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her.
Can't help but not have the song ever since the DMX moment from last session. Like, I can't help but not hear this in Snoop Dogg's voice.
And then there's the fact that she's a girl and appears to be a little younger, certainly smaller, and yet Kuno is afraid of her. What's up with that, Kuno? All in all, Kuno respects madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone.
Very interesting analysis. That raises some good points. Very interesting. Okay, let's act on it to try and separate them. Hey, Kuno. Psst.
Fuck you whispering about?
He whispers back. Yeah, he's into it. I guess you're right. He likes puzzles. He's okay with getting shot. He likes to assert authority. He does speed. Cop material. I guess so. Could she be the one who bought the gun? The kid? Interesting. She's super young, though. I don't think even the pawn shop guy would sell her the gun. But who knows? We're in a very shady part of the world, I suppose. And Miguel, absolutely. We'll miss a 60 or 70% before we know it. Everything will balance right out. You're totally right. You're totally right. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be.
He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens.
Watch, he spits in my face or bites my ear off or something.
Fuck you whispering about!
If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? Let's whisper, pig.
This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this.
Well, this is interesting. Okay, let's try not to mess this up, because I do want to know what's going on over here. Kuno, maybe I am growing to not despise Kuno as much as I did previously. We'll see. Spindle, how's it going, buddy? Glad you could make it. Having a good Friday so far, I hope. It must be the evening there now, right? Evening, nighttime. Glad you could make it today, bud. Oh, yeah, Halta, that was your first CD? That's awesome, man. It's a good CD. It's a good disc. Ah, CDs. Good times. I miss physical media. Munching on some pizza. Sounds good, man. Weekend time, right? It is, yeah, it's Friday. I guess so. Kuno, listen to me. She's trying to control you. We gotta get you out of here. Or what's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary. Or, whew, am I glad she's out of our hair? She's fucked up. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? I feel like it wouldn't be that harsh on us right off the bat. Not the first one. She's trying to control. Yeah, he's probably going to be like, control me. No one can control the Kuno or whatever the hell, right? So I think not 1 for sure. 2, yeah, I'm torn between 2 and 3. What's up with her? She's terrifying, crazy, scary. I wonder if he'll be like, she's not crazy, scary. Kuno's crazy, scary. You know what I mean? Like feeling belittled or emasculated or whatever it might be. 2 makes it sound like I'm scared of her or conspiratory. Interesting. I'm leaning towards 2. I guess, right, if I sound like I'm scared of her, then he might be more revealing, I suppose. I guess I would go with 2. Gotta love the subtle manipulation. Kuno literally abuses us, yet we spend half our time trying to earn his approval. Clever kid, Kuno. Clever kid. I mean, the thing is, where he is makes him a very important, I guess, aspect of our investigation as well, right? Like, he was right there around the body for so long. Yeah, I might go with 2. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy, scary.
Crazy? You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy.
Oh.
She's insane. Dangerous. She's smoked a man. She's done people in. Probably even pigs.
Okay. Kuno is, I think, legitimately scared of her, yeah.
Stop talking to him! Kuno, I'm fucking warning you! You're gonna get us into shit!
She understands what you're trying to do.
She does. Wow.
Yo, see? Did Kuno not tell ya? Kuno told ya. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control.
You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her, so she can't read his lips.
Whoa. Okay, alright. Hold on. What do you mean she smoked someone? Am I safe now? I'm probably safe now. Yeah, what do you mean she smoked someone?
Kuno means she killed someone. That's right. She's a killer. Like, actually a killer.
Yo, listen to his voice. The voice actor is so impressive here. Just the complete tonal shift, the complete like, oh my goodness. Okay, sorry. Oh, okay, let's get this done. I'm just really impressed.
His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now, he not only means it, he is sincere.
Oh man. What if she has Kuno? That would explain things. I don't really understand that statement. You serious about this killing business? Of course he's serious. Really, isn't she too small to overpower someone? Maybe that'll reveal like his method or her method, I should say. Sorry. Exactly, Spindler. Like you can hear his like fear. Exactly. Yeah. So good. Isn't she too small to overpower someone?
Are you getting this? You think I'm fucking telling you a joke here? How hard do you think it is to kill a fat ass? Sweet talk him, then knife him. She's probably killed a pig too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has.
Again, 2 reads a little sarcastically for me, but so does 1. So, okay, how many cops has she killed then?
Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that.
He feels eyes in the back of his head and stops. No shit.
A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There is something searching in her eyes.
You think she has anything to do with the dead man?
Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around, and C was with Kuno.
Okay. Alibi, I suppose. If I trust Kuno, where were you?
Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it.
He speaks the truth, my liege.
Alright. I mean, again, I trust my drama. That was an easy check, too. So the kids were not involved in the actual killing. I wasn't expecting that, but somewhere in the back of my mind, I was like, I wouldn't be surprised. Kuno, do you think it's possible that she's killed other children?
Kuno falls silent.
Oh,
he does
God.
not look at you when he replies.
Kuno, that's it. That's what Kuno is starting to think, yeah.
Starting to think, or that's what Kuno knows?
He usually looks you straight in the eye. A little something just crumbled there.
Is she your sister?
Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit.
Stray?
Yeah, she was just there.
He points at the apartment building behind the fence.
What was that, Kuno?
The little one twists her neck, looking at the building.
She was in the hallway, dripping wet, by the fucking shoe rack, in the dark.
Why was she dripping wet? I guess it was raining outside. I mean,
Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor too. She was there for 3 days, in the corner, every time Kuno went out.
you said she got in. How?
I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk, under the pile of clothes, like a dog.
What about your parents? They just shouldn't mention them.
Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. Shit's all on Kuno.
You think it was? You think Kuno? What? Sorry, Aldo. You think Kuno killed the guy? I mean, I believe him. Our drama role was a success, so he's telling the truth about not being there. He definitely knows something, Spindle. And 6X Lord, he almost said I wear. Sorry, I missed that, I think. And damn right, Josh, let's do this. Let's try and save the kid, right? I can't believe it. I went from wanting to punch him, throw him in a river, to maybe trying to actually redeem this child. I can't help myself. You said she's insane?
Yeah, she's psycho. None of that kiddie psycho. Cat burning shit. She does the real deal.
Okay, what's the real deal, buddy?
Snuff radio shit. Believe me, pig, you don't want to know.
Yeah, I don't. Jesus Christ. Wow, what's the language she uses?
Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit.
What people?
Crazy people. The fucking Nakis. I don't know.
What the hell?
Sounds boreal, like something from the tundra and tiger-covered Cutler, Isola. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really.
Okay. I misunderstood. At first I thought he meant like she was just making words up. But no, actually she's speaking another language. Okay, fair enough. Do they have red-haired people there? How would he know? Oh, actually, okay, that's not me saying it, that's me thinking it. Do they have red-haired people there?
You mean evil little red-haired people like her? Yes, they do. The Suruese have that ginger gene.
Kuno, could she be Suruese?
Suruese? Like that man from Helmdall shit? She could be. She could be that Helmdall shit.
Revelshot does have a small Suruese community, or she climbed into a yakberry crate and was shipped over accidentally.
Alright, Kuno, how are you dealing with all this?
How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control.
Yeah. She needs professional help, man. You can't do this alone. I could say you need backup. I'm here for you. Or okay, kid. Oh, it's tough. It's tough because, like, I don't want him to be all like, no, I'm tough enough. I'm fine. I don't need you and all that shit. So okay, kid would be the answer there. But I feel like now is the time to say you need backup. I'm here for you. It does exactly. I was literally words out of my mouth, Esteban. It sounds like the bro choice, you know? It's like, bro, listen, I'm here for you. You need backup? I'm here for you.
Listen. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C. You fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away.
This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now.
I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand?
Understood, Kuno. I can respect that. Or who are you kidding, kid? You can't take down a man several times your size. You'll end up dead yourself. Someone as wily as Kuno, I buy that. I buy he'd be able to. Damn, Spindle. I thought I covered it up well. Yeah. Definitely burning the midnight oil, burning it on both ends. But yes, my apologies. Usually manage to cut them off or mute it. Damn, I don't know. I'm torn between 1 and 2. Understood, Kuno, or I can respect that. Empathy said take him seriously, yeah. So for me, most seriously is 2. I can respect that. But understood as well. He literally says, you understand, right? Do I say understood, or do I say I can respect that? Because I can respect that. He did kill me before, it's true. Kuno does like respect, true. Send this kid down a coal mine, says Oliver. Let's go with number 2. I think number 2 is the way to go. Yeah. I can respect that. Because I can. I can.
Alright. Now we can do business.
Business? You got some speed?
Yeah? What do you want? Kuno can hook you up with...
He starts no longer whispering.
Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno.
See? Relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno, you get all kinds of shit.
Interesting. Now, I'm not sure if I chose the other option, if he would have said all this, because, again, respect is playing a key word over here. It's kind of funny, right?
Remember when you tried to get Kuno to hook you up? We can get on that now. If you run a little errand for the Kuno, me and you, Kuno's gonna hook you up with illegal narcotics.
Promising. Very promising. Boy slinging dime bags on the side? Yeah, apparently.
That's right. Kuno's a candy store for pigs now. Get ready to be rewarded.
Voice cracking at the end there. He concludes, spreading his hands like a baker presenting a selection of freshly baked pastries. What was that about running you an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno? What was that?
Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now junkies clawing at Kuno's door. Streets going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it.
Okay.
Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half of the speed.
Who is your dad, Kuno?
Kuno's dad is a fucking monster. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks too.
I feel like this is like Measurehead all over again. I feel like this is gonna hurt a lot.
Are you sure you can take on the most violent man in Revachol? In your condition?
How much material are we talking about?
Like half.
Like half of what, man? Just dumb kid. Also, that endurance failing, I'm sure, is going to bite us later on. How do we fail that as a medium check? There you go. There's that 60 or 70% that we were going to fail, right? I feel like that's going to hurt us when we actually have to deal with his dad. And we are going to deal with his dad. We want the drugs. There's no two ways about it. Half of what, kid?
A baggie, but like in this vial.
That's half a gram, sir.
Thank you. Half a gram?
Yeah, half a G. Want it or not?
The confidence is wavering. It's not very much material at all.
Fuck you talking about half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it.
You can barely see it because there's barely any.
Yeah, pretty much. My thoughts exactly. The gun would be real helpful here. Absolutely. I don't think we can get it before we deal with his dad. That would be nice though, wouldn't it? I'm not gonna... Am I gonna just kill a man in cold blood so I can have some drugs? What am I saying? I made up my mind, Kuno. This is what's gonna happen.
Okay. Kuno's listening.
Okay. I'm going in there all guns blazing to get that speed because I need it. I'm going in there, but not for the speed. I'm going after the most violent man in Revachol. I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. I'm going in there for justice. I'm a narc, Kuno. I'm going to confiscate that crap. Lie, you need speed. True. If we get the crowbar, maybe we can crowbar him to the face, knock him out, and take the speed. I'm going to go with 1, I think. You have to try being a good role model for Kuno. But like, if I go after the most violent man in Revachol to come back and split the speed with him, it's I don't know if that's really being a good role model. The killing part is up to Kuno's dad. True. Imagine having someone you associate with who refers to him or herself in the third person. I'd smack that person with a microwave. Yeah, Kuno's definitely got personality. I'm torn between 1 and 2, I think. I'm not going in there for justice. I'm not going to pretend I am. I want speed. I'm not going to lie to Kuno. I'm not going to lie to myself. I want speed. Let's be real. We're a superstar. Going in there all guns blazing, to me, feels superstar-esque, you know? Going in there guns blazing. Going in there chasing the most violent man in Revachol, that seems like very, I'm a cop. You know what I mean? Yeah, one is I'm thinking superstar, right? He's already an addict. I don't know if he can just stop cold turkey. True, he does do speed, doesn't he? Yeah. Man, don't you know the commandments, Kuno? Do you not know the commandments? Yeah, I'm going to go in there all guns blazing to get that speed. Because I need it. It's a figure of speech, Abdullah. I mean, maybe we'll actually have a gun. Maybe we won't. We'll see. I'm going in there all guns blazing to get that speed. Because I need it.
Alright, pig. You can plug him, but you can't stop him. It'll only buy you time.
It's terrifying.
Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything.
He aggressively points at his eyes.
Go to room 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with violent fuckheads.
That's terrifying.
That's it. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit.
That's pretty good. Split a kilo with Kuno. Because he referred to it as a G, and unless I'm mistaken, because again, not my area of expertise, but I'm pretty sure a G is a kilo, because a G is 1,000 grams. I'm like 99% sure a G is a kilo. So that's a hilarious mission name. All right.
What the hell are you signing us up for here?
Huh. Didn't think about Kim's judgment here. I was like, yeah, Kim will be with us. At least we'll have one gun between the two of us. But Kim might not be on board. PartyElite has a need. The need for speed. Hell yeah. What the hell are you setting us up for? I'm going to kill Kuno's dad. Or I'm a bad addict cop and I'm going to get my fix. Or come on, Kim. Obviously, I'm not going to take it. We need to get drugs away from a minor. Lie to Kim. I think he thinks G stands for gram. Yeah, I think so. He's a dumb kid. If I can avoid killing him, I'm fine not killing him. I'm a bad attic cop and I'm going to get my fix. Come on, Kim. You need me working at full, capacity, right?
Did you know I don't like bad addict cops? Almost no one in the RCM does.
Oh, come on, Kim. You going to be like that right after we crack this case wide open, at least the cause of death? All right, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Yeah, that's what you say, Kuno. Kuno cares. Kuno cares. We also have a skill point now. Not sure where I'll spend it, but we do have one. We're currently thinking about what? The motorway south, right? That one, we had a little vote. That one, 4 hours before we actually finished thinking about this. That's all well and good. Let's go ahead and take a look at the bullet. And then we'll take a look at our tasks. I gotta take a shower or something, like right away, right? Like right away. But first, the bullet. The bullet mushroomed out on impact. It now looks more like a fanciful jacket button than something that could pierce skin, flesh, and bone.
The bullet is safely sealed away in a plastic bag bearing the RCM stamp. Kim has filled out the label on the bag with the item number, case number, and date and location the bullet was found. Beside his orderly handwriting, the bullet looks especially sad, like a tiny, shriveled head of cauliflower.
What do I do with you, Bullet?
What?
I said, what do I do with you, Bullet?
Well, if I was the bullet, which I'm not, I would say find the weapon that shot me.
Good idea.
If we find who owns it, we will have likely found who used it, possibly to kill our victim. In conclusion, the more we know about this bullet of yours, the better.
Let's feel the bullet to the bag.
The squashed bullet has some sharp edges where the jacket has split open. It feels cold, even through the bag. You wouldn't ordinarily have cause to handle jacketed bullets. The citizens' militia uses cast bullets only. Little pebbles of metal loaded from the muzzle, usually in a cartridge.
Interesting. Okay. That's reassuring. Let's inspect the bullet a bit closer.
The jacket of the bullet is made of a yellowish metal. It has blossomed out to reveal a dark grey core. The base of the bullet is close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
Look at the jacket.
You can just about make out a few striations near the base of the bullet. Little hairlines, linear. It feels standard.
And the core?
It's quite destroyed. Some of the fragments are still lodged in the wound.
Nasty.
What can you say about the bullet so far?
It's a jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeters in diameter. Or wait, no, wow, I actually know this. Yeah, that's more me.
Yes, it's as if you've seen bullets before, officer.
Yeah, I've seen bullets before. This is very exciting. It's a jacketed bullet, close to 5 millimeters in diameter.
A jacketed bullet. Okay. It would have been shot from a military-grade breech-loading rifle, not from a muzzleloader like those typically found on the streets of Martinez.
Highly unusual. The people of Revachol haven't carried breech-loading weapons like this for nearly half a century.
Even the RCM uses ordinary unjacketed conical bullets. This is strange. Very strange. I like this, officer. Strange means unique. Unique means incriminating. We need to find the gun that shot it.
Alright.
Something tells you that won't be anytime soon. This'll have to be one of those epic tasks that's open for a while.
Damn. Wow, look at that. Legendary hand-eye coordination, where we can try to determine what type of weapon shot this. +4 because we have a similar rifle on hand. Wow, actually scooping that rifle up helps. +1, aware of the name of the antique rifle you found. +1, encyclopedia said this came from a breech loader. That's amazing. A legendary check with +6. Let's do it. Watch, this is the one we fail. Try to determine what type of weapon shot this.
A rifle.
Nice.
Revolutionary period. Your bullet looks to be an old 4.46 millimeter from the surplus left over from the turn of the century. Probably an antique or a retrofitted antique.
Make?
The 4.46 caliber was widely used with the Belmargrave rifle, a Revacholian manufacturer. The BM dominated the battlefields of the Insulindian theater of the anti-centennial revolution 50 years ago. Incidentally, you have just such a rifle with you, the dusty old thing you found hidden in the basement below the commercial area. It's unusable, sadly. If it were, the bullet would probably fit the chamber.
Is anyone still making these rifles?
No, but Zeliger, a major firearm manufacturer, ended up with a surplus after the war. So there are still a lot of these old military rifles floating around, usually broken. The quality was appalling.
Wondering if we could, like, call it in or something. I don't know. Who uses Bell McGrave rifles these days?
Antiques enthusiasts, guerrilla fighters in distant countries, a few lucky jamrock bangers. You're looking for the same thing you found in that hidden weapons cache, only in working order.
What are you thinking? Bullet?
Think I know where this came from. Dangle the bag thoughtfully.
Okay. And?
The shot probably came from a Bell McGrave rifle.
An antique. That makes sense. There can't be many breech-loading rifles floating around in Martinez, or anywhere in Ravachol, really.
That's probably a good thing.
I have to hand it to the monarchs. It's quite admirable that they took the advice of criminologists last century and banned the use of breech loaders in peacetime. Some new RCM recruits get impatient with their muzzle loaders once they've trained with military-grade weapons, but they realize it's worth it in the end.
I was wondering about that. It's interesting that they actually have in-world, like, justification, explanation.
Prohibiting peacetime law enforcement to front-loaded rifles is a policy enforced by the Moralist International in all the nations of the Real Belt.
Worth what? Getting shot? I think we should have more powerful guns where the law makes you consider every shot. I like it. I mean, I am a superstar, and I feel like 2 is the most superstar approach to this conversation. It was clearly Plaisance who killed him. Must be Sex Lord. She's got that evil about her. She's the curse. She's the curse. And yes, Dudak, I do know we can do multiple thoughts at the same time. Sorry, the way I said it earlier made it sound like we can only do one at a time. But if I wanted to unlock another slot, that's another experience or skill point we would have to spend for it. I don't think... What I more meant to say is, like, we have one thought on the go right now. I don't think I'm in a rush to get a second thought going. Maybe. I am tempted about the socioeconomics one, right? Just spoiled the ending. Ah, damn. No, I think we should have more powerful guns. We're the law, after all.
Imagine if everyone, cops, citizens, had access to firearms that could shoot multiple rounds without pausing to reload. After the first shot, the second, third, and so on come much easier. But back to the investigation.
Yeah. Not for citizens, obviously. For cops only, yeah. We need military-grade equipment. Seems we're looking for an antiques enthusiast. Could the victim have been mixed up with some foreign guerrilla fighters? Have well-armed jamrock bangers started crossing over into Martinez? Or yes, something mysterious is afoot with this antique bullet type. No, well, have well-armed jamrock bangers started crossing over to Martinez? That feels like the initial vibe I'm getting, and then we could take a look at 1.
Let's find out. Next step, finding the gun itself.
I guess I could...
Okay. And an antique. I have to hand it some new...
Prohibiting peacetime law.
Imagine if... But back to
Weird to be able to have the whole... Oh, wow. I can go all the way through except for the last option. Great. Maybe do the whole loop again. Just imagine, JT. Just imagine. Can you imagine? Oh, no. Or wait. This is that option. Wait, seems like we're looking for an antiques enthusiast. Sorry. Completely blanked there for a second, I guess.
Doesn't seem that likely. But we'll check out all possible leads. Next step, finding the gun itself.
Okay, I don't think any of those options is going to lead us to anything but this kind of a statement. Fair enough. Bullet has nothing else to say. Put it away. Good stuff. That was not too shabby at all. Can I take a shower right now? Wash off the death smell. Yep. Good place to visit once you can have some privacy. Do I really have to wait until the nighttime? I just want to see what happens if I go in there. Just want to see what happens, because we just handled a dead body. Just imagine 6X Lord, yeah. God. Come on now. Gimme my shower. Ooh, we've not been able to talk to these guys before. Okay, let's check first. We'll come back down and speak to these two, because I try to highlight everybody every time we walk in here. Well, I didn't notice this last time. Maybe it's new from this morning, Wednesday morning. But I want to try and talk to them. This is new as well. Kim tries not to look at your broken down bathroom door. Hey Kim, welcome to my humble abode.
Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
This is where the magic happens, baby.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity?
Crimes against myself, anyway. I defied bourgeoisie morality here. I defied it hard. Or this is an expression of me, my individualism. Or no, I meant disco, never mind. Nah, I wouldn't say never mind. No, this is an expression of me, my individualism.
I have no idea what that means.
He looks towards the exit longingly. I don't blame him.
Wow, you work hard.
I do?
Oh, yes. You hustle. You're a provider. It's tough out there, but you keep it real and provide.
I guess I do, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Like a horse, a workhorse, for hard work.
What hard work do I do exactly?
Look at yourself. You're a human pedometer. You must have walked 200,000 steps down cracked asphalt, mosaic, sand, and linoleum after you re-emerged. That is the sign of a hustler who never gives up. The world is harsh and people are evil. You didn't make it that way, and you won't let it break you. You ride.
Yeah, I'll fucking ride till I die, bitch.
That's just what it's like. Life and death. But you got gills on your side, baby. Got those black papers with the faces of the innocents on them. You bring in the Franco-Negros and the Solas. It ain't easy, but you do it. Day in and day out. You didn't make the rules, but you won't lose. You're a cop, and a sprinter, and a money printer.
I guess I've made some gills, sure.
Sure. And has it been easy? Is life easy? Have you not gone into cardiac arrest? Are you not about to have an anxiety attack or shoot yourself in the mouth? But you still hustle 24/7, ride or die. Now, ask yourself, are you rich?
I got 14 real. Tempted to answer this truthfully. No, I'm actually not.
That's right. You work harder than anyone. You almost rode yourself to the grave, and you're still practically a hobo. Why is that?
It's because of that Gart guy riding my ass. Or the system is broken, or there's a market for corrupt cops out there, but the immigrant cops have price dumped it. Or fucking taxes, man. Or I don't know. Why am I so poor? I mean, I think it's because of that Gart guy riding my ass, but no, you know what? I'm not sure. I think it's a bigger thing. I think there's something bigger to this. I don't know why am I so poor?
Because of the taxes. G-Man's got his jam-covered sticky fingers in your pocket, stealing from you every time you buy, sell, walk, talk, fart, so much as sneeze.
I think I should have gone with 2 there. Maybe. I was thinking more like, I guess to a degree, I don't know my deal, where I came from, who I am. Maybe I'd get some insight there. But no, I guess it's taxes, man. Every time I sneeze. Really?
Every time you wipe your ass. They got their direct and their indirect modes of taxation. Sales tax, excise duty, extraction tax, alimony. One tax that doesn't even have a name. Plus there's the stuff people in other countries pay for. That makes them ask for more money from you. Here. Total tax duties add up to...
Okay, let this finish first.
98% of all your money.
No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. Nah, okay, this is all... First of all, alimony is not a type of tax. B, isn't this like directly opposed to our like political, socioeconomic leanings and conversations and choices we've made so far in the game? Right? Okay, so no fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. I can opt into that. Or this isn't helping me solve my money problem. It's only making me into a free market type. Opt out. Or are you sure? That seems like a pretty big number. Yeah, 98%. That seems like a pretty big number. What are you not sure about? They're milking your nipples till they bleed. Can't you see? Aren't you sick and tired of having bloody nipples? Bleeding nipples are kind of a pain, but how will deregulation help with that? Opt in, but only a little. This isn't helping me solve my... I think we should opt out, right? Am I doubting the hustle lifestyle? Let's not start that up again. This is all capitalist pig dog talk. In my game, I was both a fascist and a communist. You can be at odds with your own views. That's deep. That's almost too real. Almost too real. JT says, always accept thought. So, like, opt in, but don't actually follow through? I worry about the wording there, you know? I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now. I feel that's very definitive. You know what I mean? What do you guys think, chat? Because my concern is I want to make sure I don't get pulled away from what we've said our plan is. We're anti-establishment. I mean, I guess in a way this is also anti-establishment. Just be a pure anarchist. I guess that's an option. This just makes it available to you. Gotcha. Anarchy is a hell of a drug. Alright, we'll opt in. Because then I'll have the option available to me. But we don't do anything with half measures around these parts. No fucking way. I guess I'm a free market fundamentalist now.
Here you go, hustler. Fight the righteous fight. Free the people. Keep it real. Keep it street. Keep foaming at the mouth furiously on the tax issue.
Opens the thought up for us at least, I suppose. Good stuff. Can we pick up bottles now? No. I was like, I see a bottle there. I was like, can we start making money? It seems as though I cannot take a bath. Not that I would want to in that thing.
A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall.
Let the mirror be. Alright, I guess we can't do this right now. Has to be when Kim's gone to bed. I almost called him Kuno. Am I foreshadowing something? Almost called him Kuno. Let's knock on this door again. It is Wednesday now. See if we can't get in.
The door is still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance.
Fair enough. Guess not. The irony indeed, 6x Lord. You only commit to an ideology once you internalize the corresponding thought. Yes, you're right. It just, I was a little concerned, I suppose, because opt-in is maybe not the words I would have used, I guess, but I'll keep that in mind moving forward, yeah. My relationship isn't high enough yet to take a bath with Kim. We'll get there, slowly but surely. What do these two have to say?
You look like shit.
Hey man, I'm aware. Your ruffled face reflects in the man's sunglasses.
And I don't mean that as a metaphor.
You look like shit, asshole, or I don't look like shit. I know, it's intentional. Last couple days have been rough. Looks don't matter, it's what's on the inside that does. I'm never going to get this case solved. Nah, I know. It's intentional. It's a superstar look. I can do whatever the hell I want. It's again, I've referenced this before, but it's like when you walk into an important meeting wearing your pajamas because you're the important person. You can do whatever the hell you want. Right out of The Social Network. Jesse Eisenberg walking in as Mark Zuckerberg dressed like crap. Yeah, it's intentional.
Like undercover?
The woman in the RCM uniform interjects. Horse-faced woman. Jesus Christ.
Well, as far as disguises go, this is one of the best I've seen. I mean, I could swear you're an actual bum.
Oh, come on, Jean. It looks like it's been a rough week on him.
The week's been fine. Thank you very much.
It's not just this week. What you want?
There's something about this guy that matches with a face in your head. A similar but different face. He might be wearing a disguise.
Interesting. Something strange about this guy. Gotta figure it out. +1 because I called our station. Oh, we got buddies from our station here giving us shit. Okay. It's Neo Post Bumcore. Yeah, damn right. You wouldn't understand. Opting in still affects some of your dialogue choices, though. Yeah, I had a feeling. And you're right, Josh. I should have quick saved. We're in it now. I mean, I suppose I could say, okay, then see you around and then quick save, but we're in it now. Let's do this. Kim, who is this guy?
I'm not getting involved in this.
Oh boy, it's the pissing contest.
It's not my style, he thinks, glancing at the man in sunglasses and the woman beside him. Oh boy, they're mad at him. No wonder. He just doesn't recognize them.
Cool shades. You wearing a disguise?
Yes, it's a hobby of mine.
He looks at you inquisitively. I was hoping for another boost. You know what? Let's try it. Let's try it. Come on, dice gods. Come on. You've been with me for so long. Don't forsake me now. Come on, baby. Come on, baby.
You know what it is. It's like the two of you know each other. Just ask him.
What is going on today, folks? I do not understand. I love it, though. Not complaining. That was... I just don't get it. I just don't get it. What the hell? Alright, tell me the truth. Do you know me from somewhere?
Oh, I definitely know you from somewhere.
Another life.
From where? From another life?
Yes, from another life. A different life. Maybe the life of a police officer belonging to the ranks of the... To what station do you think you would belong in this alternate and totally fictional reality?
The 99,999,999.9th, obviously. Oh no, this 69.
He seems to be observing you through the reflective glass of his eyewear. There's no reply. Perhaps repeat it?
69.
Repeating it gets no reaction from the man with the sunglasses. Suddenly, the world is very quiet. Even the howling wind outside sounds a bit embarrassed.
Fine, I'll play your silly game. 41st?
Okay, that's plausible. That's entirely plausible. Now we're really getting somewhere.
He gives you a long, meaningful look and adds,
Somewhere good.
okay, let's talk more about that hypothetical Station 41 you mentioned.
Okay.
Oh, the hypothetical 4-1. Yeah, let's fantasize about that. He blinks aggressively. I'm not busy. You're not busy. Let's just play around. Do you have a crime to solve?
Oh, no. You see, I enjoy watching other better cops solve crimes. And let me tell you, it's been quite a privilege seeing you work.
I did quite well earlier today. Thank you very much.
This isn't helping.
She says, shaking her head and looking at the man with sunglasses disapprovingly. Well, who else is in our imaginary police station?
You're not going to believe this, but police officers.
I don't believe you.
Yes, sir. Solving crimes, locking up bad guys, and get this, and not getting that drink on at 2 o'clock.
Definitely don't believe you.
Just some regular boring motherfuckers in suits and uniforms. Nothing spectacularly extravagant like you, the far-out son of Lang.
Okay, so what would our relationship... actually, no, wait, who is the far outside of Lang?
Oh, it's you eccentric genius. I mean, with your unorthodox approach to police work, it has to be you.
Okay, well, you want to tell me more about him or her?
Not even a little bit.
Fair?
It's an urban myth about an officer who is so far undercover he can't remember who he is. As I said, just an urban myth. You are not the son of Lang.
Thank you, Kim.
Okay, yes, you get the joke. Leave it at that.
So what would our relationship be in this alternative universe?
Let's be crazy. Let's say you and I are partners. How's that for a thought experiment?
Kim's cooler than you.
I'm sure he's fucking flattered, but Kim is not part of his thought experiment. In this one, we're partners.
Unfortunate.
The lieutenant is silent.
It seemed like a bit of a drag, no offense, but I could do better.
None taken, my friend. None taken. Let's be honest. There's been some purely fictional talk in our imaginary station in regards of who'd even be worthy of your partnership. And the conclusion is that a man with your caliber should form his own one-man policing unit. Anyone else would just slow you down.
Exactly. Well, I can't imagine anymore.
Neither can I, partner. Neither can I.
His gray eyes suddenly flash above the glass frames. They feel sad. I got some questions for you. I'm a cop.
About what? You don't look like a cop. You know what you look like?
Like a prophet, like a revolutionary, like a sack of shit, like a megastar, like Guillaume Le Mignon, like Krasmazov, I don't know, you tell me. Or like a man down on his luck, trying real hard here, man. No, like a megastar?
Yes, a superstar cop. Of course. This again.
I see he's familiar with my works.
He didn't answer your question.
Now, will you answer some questions for me?
No,
Why not?
'cause it's not my job. Why don't you go and fucking do yours and solve this damn hanging?
Wait, hold on, what? If you don't want to answer questions, maybe you want to hear me say things. What?
Actually, I don't want to hear you say things.
Then why the hell are you here, bud?
Come on, Jean.
Yeah, come on, man.
Okay, say things. I want to hear you say things.
Hear that? He wants you to say things. Say one. Suddenly, out of nowhere, case-related things start popping up in your head.
Okay. I'm doing this investigation. It turns out he was shot and hanged.
You think he was hanged as a cover-up? To hide the shooting?
Why am I telling you this?
I don't know. Why are you? Oh my god, there's more. You want something more? What is it?
You know what? Kinda don't trust him right now. I wish I hadn't said that. I'll see you around.
Watch out for yourself, loser.
That voice, so very familiar. Did you hear it when calling to your station and reporting your badge missing?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Your voice, I recognize it.
Oh really? I wonder where.
I lost my badge recently. When I called in to report it missing, you were there.
That's the where you remember me from?
Maybe.
Okay then. It's probably a coincidence. People sound alike. Goodbye.
Done with him for now. We do have a thought popping up, but folks, I don't know if you can hear it. You might have noticed me kind of pausing awkwardly in my speaking there, but you can probably hear it now because now I'm talking at the same time as the sound. But there's renovations going on. It's really loud and screechy, which is why I was like not even able to think as I was reading those words. Jeez, is that carrying through the mic? I feel like that's carrying through the mic, but I figured this is probably a good time to actually call it a session, because that's very loud. It's very distractingly loud, so even if it's not coming into the mic, it's definitely coming into my head and just feels like a drill right in my head. So this is where we're going to call it a session. A little early today, unfortunately, but renovations are happening in the building once more. Not much I can do about that, unfortunately. It's almost inaudible for you. Yeah, it's like loud here. The mic is, so the way I've got it set up over here in our new space is I've got it so that the mic is pretty isolated. And so most sounds, even if I can hear them, they don't carry into the mic. And most sounds, whatever, I can ignore. This thing though is like, it feels like a, oh my God, like a death rattle being like right, yeah, it's a bit much. So I'm going to call it a session over here, unfortunately, a little bit early, but we got 2.5 hours through, almost hit the 3-hour mark. We're gonna quick save again because I feel like I always get nervous about quick saving. And we'll pick things up next time. We'll be back at the same time as always on Friday. Ear plugs and sleep. I probably should catch up on some sleep, but there's so much to do, so much to get done. So many videos to release over the weekend, so many plans I've got in motion. I should probably get some rest though. But yes, folks, this is, like I was saying, where we'll call it. Hope you don't mind. Hope you understand. That's just that's just condo living, I suppose. In Toronto, there's always construction. It's either winter or construction, and nowadays it's just construction, even in winter. But good episode, I think. I'm glad we got to get the autopsy done in full. I'm glad we got to see the bullet and find the bullet in the first place. That was very fascinating and interesting. Big twist, I think, in the case as well of like the actual cause of death. That's huge. So that's very exciting. And I'm curious to see where this all leads us. The conversation with Kuno was also very interesting. I'm very, very curious to see where that goes. There might be hope for that child yet. But yeah, all that and more would be coming through next week, Friday, same time as always, folks. Of course, before that, on Monday, we'll be playing some Crusader Kings 3. We have, in fact, by the way, set a record today. All rolls were successes. Every single dice roll today was a success. That absolutely blows my mind. I don't think I've ever had that kind of luck in any game ever, tabletop or CRPG or anything. So very pleased with that. And I'm glad y'all were here to witness that happen. I don't think we failed a single roll, and some of them were pretty tight too. They weren't all like 90% rolls. Some of them were pretty tight rolls, so very pleased with that. Very pleased with that. Folks, I hope you had a good time today. I hope you enjoy the rest of your Friday as well, whether you have a lot of it left or very little of it left. I hope you enjoy your weekends too. Again, it's September now, so enjoy, you know, well, I guess if you're in the Northern Hemisphere, enjoy the remainder of summertime weather and stuff. If you're in the Southern Hemisphere, I suppose you have that to look forward to. But folks, of course, we can't really call it a session until I give a massive thanks to all of the channel members and patrons who've been supporting the channel on a monthly basis. Again, y'all keep us alive and running smoothly, as I like to say. And of course, a big old thanks goes out to each and every one of you for watching. It does make a very big difference. Again, again, like I say, the channel wouldn't exist if there weren't people watching the videos and streams on it. So without all of y'all, this wouldn't be. Again, don't hesitate to leave a like on your way out today. Of course, whether you're watching live or you're watching the VOD, really just helps me make decisions with regards to what to do on the channel. But beyond that, yeah, I hope you had a good time today. I definitely am pleased with today's session. I think we got a lot accomplished. God, I feel so happy about those dice rolls. I feel very pleased about those dice rolls. Enjoy the build up for Christmas. Yeah, that was a lot of Christmas talk. That was a lot of Christmas talk at the beginning of the stream. The irony is absolutely, you could cut it with a knife. It's hilarious. Great. Yeah, thank you, Tobes. The luck today was fantastic. But again, folks, thanks for coming through. Thank you as well, Seamus, for coming through. Yes, I hope your weekend goes smoothly too. I will try and get some of that self-care time in. I should. I mean, I've got some plans for relaxation over the weekend, and hopefully they'll actually come to fruition and they'll actually be relaxing. But you know how plans are when they meet the enemy, right? But folks, thanks for coming through again. Have yourselves again a beautiful rest of the day, a beautiful weekend. I will catch some of you on Monday when we're playing Crusader Kings 3, where I'm sure I will pay back for all the good luck today. And then again, like I was saying, Friday we are back with a Disco Elysium. But until I catch you next, cheers.